And bam. Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good, y'all? So we got another hot topic, another conversation for you. We're gonna do the deadbeat dads conversation just really quick. Expect a few others to show up and rock with us. I am gonna be in the passenger seat today. Because I have some things that I want to say, but I don't want to dominate the conversation. So your moderator for this conversation is Mr. Chuck Allen. Chuck, what's good, boss?
What's good? How y'all doing this evening? Soul finger.
Chuck, good to be here. Good to be here. Oh, this can be a heavy topic. I'll say that. It's gonna be a heavy topic.
Uh, um, the deadbeat dad thing, bro. I think it's heavy because. So, for you mind if I just be frank with you, Chuck? Can I just be frank with y'all?
Man, hey
Go ahead and
man,
rock.
look, just tell it, hey, tell the truth, shame the devil.
Um, some motherfuckers just ain't shit,
There you go. Hey,
right?
I couldn't say it. No, you can't say it no better than that, bro.
And then there are others like there are the generations that are affected by
Hmm.
that use the deadbeat dad shit as an excuse for everything,
Yeah,
and they soft as fuck.
salt and baby shit.
They softer than this sherbet I'm eating right now. Like you shouldn't be no, you shouldn't be, bro. I just can't. Chuck, do you know any deadbeat dads, bro?
I know too many deadbeat dads. Um, I got a deadbeat dad. Um, a few people that I know, quite a few people that I know, have deadbeat dads. And when I say deadbeats, guys that live in the same town, live a street over. Sometimes, in certain situations, the next house over.
Hey,
Hmm.
let me jump in right here. I'm gonna just hijack for Chuck,
Okay.
right? I'm gonna just hijack this for because I didn't, bro. It's some soul finger. I ain't gonna lie. Like my pops kind of did a lot of shit the wrong way,
Yeah.
right? And I still, regardless what he did, bro, I still wanted him to be my father. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I still wanted him to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, like my pops was legit, kind of good at heart, but kind of did stuff the wrong way.
Yeah.
But I never used that as an excuse for how I lived my life. You know what I'm saying? When it came to my life, I treated it like my life. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I know dudes to this day, bro. They 60. They telling their grandbabies, like they grandbabies is legit graduating from high school, right? They 60 years old. They grandbabies graduating from high school, right? They telling in 2023, they like you ain't gonna be shit because your daddy ain't shit. And you're like, why would you tell somebody 18 years old that, bro? And you
Because
treated him that
yeah.
way his whole life, and then a young man, 18 years old, so young, they don't understand that the person, the messenger, is flawed.
Hmm.
They take it as what they saying as the gospel, right?
Hmm.
Like, daddy, why you and mommy broke up? Man, I just had to do me. And you're like, you had to do you? Yo, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, what? You had to do you? That just makes no sense. I think there's an entire generation I think there's an entire generation. Let me put. I'm gonna throw this link in the chat right here, just real quick. Hey Chuck, you mind if I take over?
I think Chuck stepped away for
Chuck,
a minute.
okay,
Yeah, he
okay,
had
okay.
to stay away from.
Oh, okay, okay. So I'm gonna just take over for a minute, man. I'm gonna just say this, right? Even though somebody did something bad to you, it doesn't mean that your entire existence should be centered around what that one bad thing somebody did to you. BT, what's good, bro?
Hey man, what's good? Give me a sec. I'm just trying to put my hat on and stuff.
No, no doubt. But Soulfinger, what? So I'm gonna mute him just real quick so we can keep that pristine sound. So I was fortunate enough to have men around me to set me on the right path. But at the same time, bro, some of it they just ain't shit.
No, you're right about that, Freeze. You know, I know I grew up with cats. Knew who their pop was. Pop lived, like a street over, but it had nothing to do with them. You know, they didn't have nothing to do with them. You know, and you got cats. I know cats that was like, well, my daddy wasn't there for me, so that don't have nothing to do with the child you make. Because this is the thing: the child didn't ask to come into the world.
Right.
And I always tell cats, well, I don't know nothing about how to be a father. You know, I didn't have one. I said, you know what? The recipe, the way I look at it is, be the father. If you didn't have your pop in your life, be the pop that you wish you had to your child.
Right.
You know, be there for that the child. You know, especially if you have a chance to see him, and go, because it's cats. You got cats that be making them left and right. And then only time they want to say something about the kid is when they see some other man taking care of that child, and now you want to come up out of nowhere talking out the side of your neck. You've seen that happen before, but then you ain't putting in on nothing. You ain't there. You just saying, oh, that's my kid or whatever. You know.
Right.
And then you got cats that just won't acknowledge it. You know, like you said. And then what you were saying, where you were talking about the 60-year-old cat telling his grandson, well, you ain't gonna be shit because your daddy ain't shit. That in itself is on a whole nother level of foulness, because that's being a crab in the barrel to your own bloodline. You don't want to see him do better than you.
Right.
That's just being hateful.
I agree.
Right.
But I got a story to tell. Just give me like 2 minutes. It's about me. I grew up the first 3-4 years of my life without my father because he was a player. And he did some stuff and got caught up, and he's no longer around. But I had a great enough man, my stepfather, who stepped in and is my father. Not only did he step in, but he also gave me a sister who, the way she is, man, at the age of five, she was telling me what to do, and she was like with it. So I was raised in a different situation, but I had blessings of both my parents being there for 20 plus years. And the funny thing is, my stepfather, before my father passed, was the one that told my mom, you can't raise this kid without his father. Regardless of what's going on with us, you have to let him in his life. So we were supposed to go to Jamaica, and he ended up getting, murdered like that weekend. So all my life, like about a good 10 years, I didn't know about it. So my stepfather and my mom pulled me aside and told me. I was mad as hell. But then I took a year and I said, you know what? He looked at, like, not even a full year after he told me, I literally looked at him and said, he was never my father. You are. And he looked at me. That was the second time I seen him cry. First time I seen him cry was when I got my baseball uniform. Because he was like, oh, my God, my son's motivated. I'm happy. He's nasty. So after that, I kind of grew up with the mentality to always be the father that he was.
Mm-hmm.
I waited till I was about 32 to get my first kid. I ran into a woman who I didn't pick the perfect mother, but I thought she and I had an agreement to where no matter what happens, I'll be there for the son. 2 years after the kid is born, she saw the relationship me and him was having. I'd come home after 16 hours of work, taking care of him. Then I'd take him out the room, do all of that. she didn't like the connection, so she did. And I didn't forgive her because I was mad about it for years. But the funny thing is I put myself on child support. She denied it. I tried to go to the court and do some other things that were my benefits. She denied it. And this is 5 years. You know, the kid's now 7. 5 years later, she's sitting there talking hella dirt about me, like, "Oh, you're a deadbeat father. You ain't never around." My son calling me, talk about, "Yo, Dad, why ain't you ever here?" I'm like, to be honest with you, I'm giving you what your mother asked for, which was her statement. So now I'm sitting here, and everybody in her family knows how tight I was with him in the beginning, and they're like, "How could you be so distant from your son?" I said, "I'm respecting his mom's wishes." Everyone hates me for that. So now I'm in a situation where I had to talk to a couple of my boys, and they told me, "Yo, B, you can't be like that. Prepare for when you do have him and just show him what a man is. You may not have all the time that you want, but at least you won't be a deadbeat father." So right now I'm stuck into that transition of everyone saying, "Oh, you're a deadbeat because you're not around." But in reality, I'm respecting his mom's wishes because she didn't want nothing to do with me. And like I said, I never cheated. I never did anything wrong to her. It's just that once, I hate to say this, but when a woman sees that a man at his weakness, they just dip. And they think that's cool in this day and age. So I lost my job. She just left. So it was like, "Wait, what are you doing? I'm still providing for you." She's like, "Where's you getting this money? None of your business. It's for you and my son." So she hates me for that. I tried to put him on my benefits, tried to put him on child support. She denied both. And I even tried to give her a spot where she's at because my aunt's a realtor to help her out 2 years ago. She ain't even looked into it. She just stuck where she is and she's comfortable. So I called my son the other day and I'm talking to him and we're having a good conversation. She muttering on her breath, "Well, if you cared about him, you would be here, instead of being in where you at." And I'm like, "Whoa, I'm sorry if I offended you, but I'm doing what you asked." So she hates me even more for listening to her. And I'm now considered a deadbeat dad. So all I got to do is basically just eat it. And when I see him, do what I can do. So that's why I hate the term deadbeat dad because no one knows the situation, especially my case. Like everyone's like, "Oh, you're a deadbeat dad." No, I'm not. Yo, she could call me right now. Tell me, "Come get your man." I'm taking him for a whole 3 years. And I told her that. But she don't want that because she doesn't want me to break the connection she and him have. And I have to respect it as a father because that's his mother. Even though I'm the dad, you got to let the mother, that's the part that I don't like about it. So for me, deadbeat dad is a wrong term because I know a lot of people who have deadbeat dads who, like, you could even look at LeBron James, and I hate to bring him up.
BT, deadbeat dad is a real term, bro.
No, I know, but I'm
saying it might not apply to you.
True.
But it apply to some cats out there. And see what you saying, I don't consider you a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
What it is you in a bad situation because I have a nephew who went through the same thing, man. I had a nephew, and not to take over. I had a nephew. He went through the same thing. They split up. He trying to see his kid. He didn't see his son until he was almost 10 years old.
Yeah.
Had him on child support. He tried to go see him. She do whatever so you can't see him. Out of his, he was 10 years old, and within being 10 years old, he probably seen his son 4 times.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But what most people don't realize is when you're in a relationship with a woman who doesn't have a father, that's what's most likely going to happen with you as a father because they naturally go back to where they remember, like her mom was always around for her life 13 years straight. And then when her dad got back in her life, she was 13. But she got everything she wanted. She was happy. You know what I'm saying? They're back together now, whatever. But that scenario made me realize when you're with a woman, she has to have both her parents, and you have to see what she's about before you have the child. Even though I waited till I was 32, it's still like, it hits us. And deadbeat dad, I know a lot of them. A lot of my friends were deadbeat dads. I grew up everywhere, all over the place, and every one of my friends is like, "Oh, my dad wanted nothing to do with me. He told me to my face, F me, because the relationship with their mom." The problem is most dads don't distinguish the relationship. Like it was a bad breakup, they won't let it go. That's the part where I say, "Yeah, deadbeat. You're supposed to, okay.
You take it out on the child.
Yeah, I messed up. You messed up. We got a child. Let's not argue anymore in front of the child. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Let's be adults about it. But people don't want that because we're too, I hate to say it, like we're too keen on respect. I'd rather have someone who doesn't want my respect, but I can be loyal to them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
loyalty is what everyone wants, but it's really respect. So they're like, oh, she didn't respect me, da 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 da, and then they just stick to that moment to where 18 years later, the kid is already grown and they're still arguing about what happened, 10, 12 years ago or 18 years ago. That's the problem with where the deadbeat dads I see. Like, if we could all just grow up as men and just eat the bullet, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be the strong ones. So for me, I see things different. I'm just saying. Now, y'all good. I'm sorry. Like I said, I got my vibe off. Y'all could go ahead. I don't want to control.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, the deadbeat dad thing is real though,
No, I know.
and I know, dude. Like, I don't want to call my pops a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He passed away, and he apologized later in life for a bunch of stuff, right? But what I will say though is I know a cat. For the sake of this conversation, I'm gonna call him Willie.
Willie.
Right? Let's just call him Willie. Right? Because he had a catchphrase, and I'm not gonna say his catchphrase, but I'm gonna give him a new catchphrase. Willie had a phrase for the ladies. Willie or won't he? Right? This dude, I ain't gonna say the exact number. Yo, Allah Wise is in the building. What's good, boss?
The voice of truth.
Salute, salute.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm not gonna say the exact amount. Let's say he had 11 kids and 9 baby mamas. All right, let's just do it like that. It's easier for me to remember, so that I won't put his business out there. So Willie was that dude. He couldn't be around because he was always locked up on child support. Right? Like, he started out with one baby, he messed around and just wouldn't give the girl no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll get every like she'll catch him like at the dollar store. Hey, why you ain't giving me no money for this baby? And he in there with another lady, like, yo, let me write you a check. Hell no. You ain't writing me no check.
Them shit's
No.
bouncing. Them checks bouncing harder than James Harden dribbled the ball.
Yeah. You ain't about to know. You ain't about to mess me up. He's like, my unemployment check come next Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And so he was that dude. Right? So the lady he went in the dollar store, she wound up pregnant. She wound up having a baby. This fool mess around, Soulfinger ain't no lie. He messed with 3 girls. So he get locked up for child support. He up there laughing, they got you, man. They got me, man. They up here, it ain't right. That girl put me on child support, man. That ain't right. No, what's not right is you're not financially supporting that family member. That's not right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Soulfinger, he had 3 babies in the same grade, bro. Like, this dude legit had 3 sisters and brothers going to school, the same school, they're in the same grade. 3 different mamas. Right? And then when he asked about, he's like, hey, I be in love, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, it ain't me. I just fall in love easy. That's him. Right? This dude, 11 babies, 9 baby mamas. Right? And then the thing is the baby mamas is always like the ones you don't expect. Like you see, like, and like they'll say something like, hey, Tisha got company, right? Tisha got company. Yeah, Tisha got company. We've been dreaming about fish. You know what I'm saying? And so Gramp said she was dreaming about fish, but Tisha, who Tisha been messing with? They said Willie was over there cutting the grass one day. Oh no, him.
Anybody but him.
She messing around with him. You would have never thought them two would be together. But he that dude, bro. He that dude. He that dude where you know what I'm saying? He like, dang, he done got you talking about Tanya, the girl up at the schoolhouse, the substitute teacher. She worked for school district. Yeah, he got her. What, he got her too? And he got the girl that work at the dollar store. And he got two of the girls, they work at the same job. They work at the mill. Both girls work at the mill. They work the same shift. They arguing with each other. They don't like each other because both of them got a baby from the same dude. Right? And here's the thing, BT. He don't mess around with none of them. He don't support none of them, bro. He just let the man catch him. He be gone for a little lick, do his lick, catch up, get back on the streets and find another baby mama.
I feel you.
And then like when I talk to him, he be like, yeah, man, the man is messed up, bro. This system messed up, man. Where a man can't even come out here. I can't even take care of my family because they keep putting me in jail. Like, no, dog. They putting you in jail because you're not taking care of your family. Right. Don't get this thing twisted. Like the man is out here hunting for you, trying to hold you down to stop you from supporting these kids, bro. You don't support them. And then you got 11 of them and you still trying to go. Well, this is a dude in Africa that had 34 kids. Bro, we ain't in Africa. Bro, and why are you trying to be him? And how you know if his life is perfect or not? You don't.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie, he older than us, bro. This dude older than us. Right? And he's still out here to this day. To this day, he's still out here. Like, man, you seen that girl at Burger King? Like, Burger King? Yeah, Burger King? No. I'm gonna have to go up there and get me a Whopper. I'm gonna have to go get me, you know what I'm saying? And this man, legit BT, he don't take care of none of them kids, bro. He's still, I think he's like 57, 58 years old, still getting locked up on child support, bro. And he been doing this since he was about 22, 23.
That's a deadbeat.
Yeah.
And to be funny, the curse is we're having a good father that stepped in and took over the role. All my friends, most of them, because where I grew up in the area where it was good. It was like middle class, but most of them were single parents. And they would come over just like, like mad early before school because my dad would be there, I had his BMW being Jamaican. He would drive us to school and they felt all happy and shit. My dad would come in the room, hey, wake your ass up, your boys is here. I'd be like, yo, it's 6:30. We ain't got to be in class till 8. They'd be like, better get your ass down there. And if you're making them food, I'm taking it out your allowance. I'd be like, oh, come on. So I'd have to feed them, you know what I'm saying? Because they were my boys. And that's how my family was. And they loved it. So I had like all the neighborhood kids coming over, you know what I'm saying? And the curse was they all envied me. And I didn't know that till I got older. And they were just doing, like at first when I was doing my good deed, it was, helping them out, whatever. We were cool. Y'all come over. I liked it. The company's cool. But in the end, they were jealous of me because I had a father and they didn't. And I didn't like that. Like now, we're not cool. But it's like, when you look at it, it's hard being a kid who has a father, let alone a stepfather step in, knowing that there's a deadbeat out there and others is hate.
Shout out to the stepfathers, bro.
Yeah, man. I gotta love them.
The stepfathers, bro. Shout out to the stepfathers. Lee, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. The stepfathers, that's the worst job in America, bro.
Yep.
I actually thought the worst job in America was being a bulletproof vest. Like, if you're a bulletproof vest, you got the worst job in America, bro. Right? Because you legit are taking shots for somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But a stepfather, bro, think about all the stuff
that you go through.
that's set up for you to fail. Like number one, you may not get the respect that a natural father gets, that a blood father gets.
Those are facts.
You ain't my daddy.
Right. Yep. Number two, right, is the woman can up and leave at any point because there's no attachment. Right? There's no like legit. See, as a stepfather, you grow into this love for the kids. But if y'all get in an argument, she can just up and leave and find her another stepdaddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or find another. Three, in certain states, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but in certain states, if you take care of the kids long enough,
you become that's yours. You got to pay for them.
The state can put you up for child support because you fill that father's role.
Mm-hmm.
In certain states, not every state, right? But my thing is stepfathers, you have to be able to love three things. You have to be able to embrace the situation. You got to love the kids and you got to love the woman. And what you get back in return, right? It's like a pound of diamonds versus a pound of feathers, right? Being a stepfather, you get the pound of feathers. You don't get the pound of diamonds. You know what I'm saying? You want the pound of diamonds, but at any given time, they could just uproot and leave you right there for where you are. Mm-hmm. Right? Especially if you don't have that cross baby. Like, you know how it's like two people to get together. She got two
the bridge
kids.
Baby. That bridge baby.
Yeah, if you don't have a bridge baby, she could just up and leave and tell you leave her alone. And those 6 years you spent with them kids, like them nights in the emergency room when they was sick, you know what I'm saying? You in there with them, you know what I'm saying? You at work sleepy, you know what I'm saying? You ain't leave the emergency room until 4:15. You go home, lay down for an hour, and then you go pull a 10-hour shift at the mill. You know what I'm saying? And then when you talk to the woman, you tell, man, I used to sit in the emergency room with him because he got asthma, blah blah blah. And we appreciate it. Appreciate shit. That don't mean nothing. Thank you. Listen, man. Listen.
I'm sitting up in this house with you and your crumb snatcher.
Lee, listen. To me, there is no lighter word than thank you or appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no lighter word. Like say Lee is driving his Maybach and it goes in a ditch, and I help Lee push his Maybach out the ditch, and they got a flat tire, right? So we change the tire in the rain. My brand new white linen suit is ruined, right? Ain't no tending to the cleaners. Once you get that red clay dirt, and see, a lot of y'all don't know what red clay dirt is, but when you get that red clay dirt on in that white linen suit, it's ruined.
It's a wrap.
You know what I'm saying? But I helped Lee change his tire and all that stuff, and then Lee turned around to me and say, "Hey, appreciate you, bro."
And just drive off. Don't even give you a ride to the cleaners.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes thank you and appreciate it are so light. They lighter than bubbles, bro. Right? Like that man sit in the emergency room with that asthmatic little girl. You know what I'm saying? She in there breathing. He wake his girl up. Hey, that girl in there, she can't breathe. And she's like, oh my, that girl always she's sick. And then he put his clothes on and take that little girl to the emergency room and sit with her. And then her mom at home in the bed. You know what I'm saying? And he's sitting with her, and they like, are you her guardian? No. Well, why you bring? I'm her stepdaddy. And they asking you all the weird stepdaddy questions. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this, and they treating you like you the stepdaddy. Mm-hmm. And then she get out of the thing, and on the way home, you know what I'm saying? He'll stop her by one of them 24-hour restaurants and get her like just something to say, hey, listen, don't tell your mama, you know what I'm saying, that you know that we stopped at Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, you know what I'm saying? I got you this honey bun. Just eat it before you go in the house. You know what I'm saying? Now the baby gonna remember that. when the baby grow up, she gonna be like, I want my stepdaddy to walk me down the aisle. I don't want my daddy to walk me down the aisle because my stepdaddy used to take me to the hospital when my asthma was acting up, and he used to buy me such and such and blah blah blah. But the mom
or the dad,
but the mom, the mom can see somebody else's relationship and they have something in a relationship that they don't have in theirs, and she'll start flipping out and she'll leave that dude heartbroken. Love them kids, been around them kids 5 or 6 years, and she mad at him like he begging her, like, why don't we just get married? She's like, no, I don't want to get married. I don't know I don't know what my baby daddy gonna say if I get married. Right? Now, mind you, her baby daddy is a deadbeat. Her baby daddy ain't giving her no money. She won't put him up for child support. Her baby daddy won't put him on his benefits. You know what I'm saying? All of it, the kids on the benefits of the stepfather, right? All of that, all the benefits they get. Like one dude stepping up and being a father and has 0 kids, and another one is being a deadbeat and got all the kids, and the woman is choosing the safety of the deadbeat over the stepfather.
Because
the reason being is because the reason why she got so many kids with the deadbeat is because she loved the deadbeat. It's just they couldn't be together. So she got love in her heart for him. Like she romantically in love with him, but they can't be together. Right? But the stepfather come along, he offers this thing called security. The only reason why she with him is because he got a good job. He's safe. You know what I'm saying? Her kids trust him. He cook. He got a stable family, all that stuff, but she don't love stepfather. You know what I'm saying? She won't even marry him. But when deadbeat daddy get in a car accident and die, and his girlfriend is there, she is gonna holler louder than the dead man girl. You ain't never seen that? Sophie, you ain't never been to the funeral? BT, you ain't never been to the funeral where the baby mamas is hollering louder than the wife?
Yeah, she got no right being here. Who she thinks she is dressing like that coming to this funeral?
She in black, think she gonna ride in the limousine. You the baby mama.
That's what happened with Biggie, God rest his soul, with him and Lil' Kim and Faith.
Yeah, man.
But real quick though, just to jump on that to show strength about my mother. I had an issue at school, and I was getting bullied, and my dad would come home and he'd be like, "Yo, what's up with your shirt?" Oh, I got into a fight. He looked at me, started training me on some Shaolin monk style type stuff. He's like, "Nobody gonna mess with my son. Nobody." He kept enforcing that. One day he go to school. He waited about an hour. Told the principal, "I gotta go to work. Something's gonna happen." They didn't listen. My dad left. I fought 4 kids that day. All 4 kids ended up in the hospital. They wanted to expel me. They called my dad. My dad said, "You deal with it," because of the fact is I was there for an hour to tell you my son was going to get into a fight. You guys let me wait it. You going to wait. They sent me home. I was home by myself. My dad came home. He bought me a little Cinnabon from the Jamaican store. Was like, "How many was it?" I was like, 4. He looked at me. He's like, "Your shirt ain't wrinkled." I was like, "Because I know if I came home with a wrinkled shirt, you was going to beat my butt." He's like, "All right, lesson learned." My mother didn't say nothing to me. And I looked and I was like, years later, I told him, I was like, "Yo, thank you." Because my mother could have just went off, "Oh, you let him fight." Blah, blah. No, she supported him. And that's another thing that I got to say about the women. The old school women don't exist because those women, like you said, wouldn't be hollering at the funeral. That's the thing that I have to say, in this day and age, because of what happened in the 70s and the 80s with drugs, what happened with society. A lot of people were growing up in a single family home, whether it's the mother or the father. And they don't know how to actually appreciate the small things. Like you said, sitting in the hospital for 48 hours with the kids while she at work doing what she doing, or watching the kid when she out clubbing with her friends. They don't appreciate that, but the kid would. I have a friend who, she told me, we was in the courtroom. She ain't seen her dad in 12 years. We was in the courtroom, and she was like, "He's a deadbeat." Blah 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 blah. I'm making money now. I was like, "Don't ever say that. You don't know the situation. Just be thankful you have time with your dad, because I never did." Yo, after we left the courtroom, she looked at me and said, "You were right." She heard everything that happened between her and her mother. He brought all the letters. He showed her everything, and she wasn't even mad at her mom. She just looked at it like, wow. So y'all two arguing like kids caused me to miss out on a time with mine. I'm not gonna do that with my kids. And
Right.
I gotta say, like, I agree with you. It's sad now because anybody can have a kid nowadays. It's just, oh great. It's like what they say from that movie. Oh, a nighttime of passion will give you a lifetime of hate.
Yeah.
That's the truest thing you could ever know. And what people don't realize is that's how it is. And deadbeat dads, man, I'm sorry, y'all guys are missing out on so much. Like, I met kids who are now making millions of dollars that ain't had their dad and they're supporting their family. Now the dad want to come back. Oh, can I borrow some money? The kid's like, okay. And I looked at him. I'm like, you gonna give him money? He's like, because I guarantee you he won't come back no more. I'm paying him to leave. And I'm like, oof.
BT, I said, BT, listen, this dude Willie I'm talking about, it's not his real name.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna say it. But Soul Finger, I said, no lie. I seen this man get out the detention center, was walking up the road to his mama house.
Got another girl pregnant.
True story, right? Walking up the road to his mama house. His mama probably lived about 9 or 10 miles from the detention center. But it's a straight shot. He just on this road. He don't care. 10 miles, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't got nowhere to go, 10 miles, it ain't nothing. He got him a pack of Newports. You know what I'm saying? He ain't sweating nothing. He just take his time and walk home. Right. The story is his baby mama saw him walking and is so in love with this dude that won't take care of his kids that she went and helped buy him a car using her tax return. Right? He owed
lost
her
her motherfucking mind.
He owed this bitch money for the kids.
And she buying him a car.
And
See,
her dumb ass went and here's the thing, Sophie. Here's the thing about it too. Not just a car. She went to a buy here, pay here place. And she was paying. See, she ain't got him a car from the auction, some shit where he had to fix it up. She paid the first few payments so that until he got back on his feet. But guess what? The car got repoed. You know why? Because he never got back on his feet. Right? And she got him a car. And I saw with my own eyes, we in my cousin yard, hand to the man, 3 of his baby mamas came to see him in the yard and bought him money.
Damn,
I heard you was out. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't got no money. Here, take this. Because I can't have my baby daddy out here looking all rough in these streets. This is what they saying to him now. And in my mind, I'm like, dang, bro. I wish my sex game was like that.
Well, you know what it is. You get a lot of them on that.
Like bad guys.
They got low self-esteem, man.
Why do good girls like bad guys? That's what it is. They all fall in love with the bad guy. Then when they realize, they wake up the next morning, they're like, oh, snap.
I think he just be knocking they back out.
I think they can't even remember nothing. Like, who am I? Where am I? What's going on? He's probably roofied there.
Also, hold on. The term is called dickmatized. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a book on that, bro?
You know,
hey, see, you know what? The old heads back home, you know what they call them? They call them a honey dripper.
Yeah. Right.
I be knowing some dudes that just can't say no to some women, even though they wrong. Like I just can't leave her, and I'm like, stupid. And the same thing with the women. I'm like, how you gonna buy this dude a car knowing he ain't got no money? That's
Man,
a
I
good
know
credit.
somebody. I know somebody like that. I know
But
one.
that's gonna put you even more in debt, and you're gonna be hurting even more. So
Mhm.
it's like you giving someone something that's not worthy of it, and that's another. I think that's what it is, because they don't have that. They're giving something to someone that's not worthy of it. They think they're helping. Like what's that? What's it called? Wounded dog syndrome.
Yeah,
Or,
they codependent. A
or
lot of
Stockholm syndrome when you
Stockholm
love
There
your
you go,
syndrome.
abuser.
Stockholm syndrome. And
That
it's
and
like,
codependency.
yeah, like so you're depending on someone who's not gonna. It's like a bad investment. And like I said, some people just don't know how to move away and let it go. And they make the situation worse because if you hooping and hollering married to another man at your baby father's funeral with his wife there, like, come on,
Yeah.
you can't be doing that.
Yeah, and they can't help themselves. And then Lee, here's the thing. This Joker looked like a brown skinned Shabba Ranks.
Oh damn.
Oh,
Oh my
I
God.
know why. He
He
got the
looked like a
dread.
brown skin. He looked like a brown skinned Shabba.
He got the dread.
No, he had a no. He still
He got
rock a
that. He
mop.
got that moose nose. He got that moose nose. He
He
talking about.
look
And,
like
and,
Joe
Oh, the
and,
Camel.
chest hair. The chest hair.
and
the cold firmed out
yeah,
chest
with the
hair.
yeah, with them inner two tire lips.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the crusted up shirt.
But it
He must
don't
be.
but it don't matter because everybody looked the same in the dark. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like when I say I'm like, golly, girl, him. She, if you don't know, you just don't know, and I will never know. I will
Man,
never
look,
know.
a lot of times you get joints like that. They got some kind of, they probably had daddy issues in their life, or they got some kind of self esteem or some kind of issue or something like that. That he can prey on those joints and just do whatever. I mean, you got some out there like that. You know, unless you call him Jawbone and the backbreaker.
Yeah, that might be. I think that's it. He be joking. He look like, you know, all I got to do is, you know, so I show him a little something, something, and then you know that's it. And I'm like, ew, you know what I'm saying? And they were
Yeah.
like,
Well,
Yeah,
they
you
buying you cars, bro. And I
well,
was
you
like,
know,
I told her, it's something he like, yo, I told her that I don't like her. She just keep buying me shit.
That's why, because you ain't
Oh,
giving her the attention.
well, you got some that oh, I can change him because you know you got number. Oh, I can change him. He gonna change. What makes you think you can change somebody 11 kids later?
and I said
Mm.
11, bro.
Oh, I'm just saying he
More.
probably got more than that, Freeze. From
It's
what you
Yeah.
put
probably
it,
38.
you was being nice about it. You know,
Yes.
the thing you was being nice about it. But what makes you think we just gonna say 11 after 11 kids? He already got 11. What makes you think that something gonna change when
And
you come
9
along?
baby mamas.
Now,
And
but
nine,
what?
Hold on a second.
and he in a small town, and so they know about each other.
But see, you know what,
Imagine
Freeze?
going,
Those small towns like that. Those small towns like that. Oh,
imagine
that
going to
always
a
happen.
family. Imagine going to the family reunion. Like, we cousins. Nah, that's your brother. What?
Hmm.
Mm. Check
Yo,
me out. Nah, but you had to, you picked the right name because every motherfucker I named that was named Willie wasn't shit.
yep.
I'm sorry. Every motherfucker I met named Willie ain't shit. I got an uncle named Willie, and he ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
So shit. I mean, and
Who
I hate
baby
to
I got
say
a
that.
question.
who baby mama that is? Willie Earl? Oh
Mm.
man, girl, you mess with Willie Earl, man. You know Willie Earl got about
No, it ain't
he
Willie
got
Earl.
8
It's Willie
kids.
Jr.
Willie Earl. No, yeah, Willie Earl got like 14 kids.
I
Fuck
got a
yeah.
question. If you had a friend, right, and that's your road dog, right, and you've been around him for like let's say 12 years, right? He ain't never talked about his dad, but his dad show up, right? And all of a sudden you feel some type of way, and you basically say something to the father the way the father just don't no longer come around. You think that was right of you to do that?
Mm-hmm.
I just asked because it's like I'm thinking about what you guys are saying, and for me, if I got a dude like that, I'm gonna say something, and I don't want to
I
be the
mean, I
one to
mean, I
say
mean, you saying? Are you saying your homeboy's pop come around?
yeah,
He ain't been
like
around, and you
yeah,
say
he
something to
ain't
the
been
pop
around
like,
for
what?
like yeah, he like ain't been around for 12 years, and he pop up, asking for money, and the mom's giving it to him. stuff like that, and you feel some type of way, you think that's right? Because I'm asking because of the whole car situation. Like, you see that going on, whether you a kid or not, you know, that's your boy. Are you gonna say something to the dad and be like, yo, you acting wrong or something like that? Because that's another thing most people don't do. Like, step in and say, yo, you messing up, my dude.
I'm
You
not.
know,
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this real talk. A lot of these cats who are deadbeat dads, and I'm just looking at it. A lot of them haven't had that proper male structure in their life. You know, I really want to say that. A lot of them hadn't had that proper male structure, and also too, they were raised by women, so they don't know what it is to be a man and to handle his business because you lived your life under a woman's thumb. You know, and not to say that's an excuse. You know what I'm saying, for them to not even do what they were supposed to do. See, I was fortunate. I was very fortunate as a kid. My father was in my life until my thirties. God bless his soul. And also too, when I was about 8 years old, not no, about 8 to 12 years old. That's when my stepfather came into my life. So I always tell people, you know, I'm a man. I'm a son of two fathers. You understand what I'm saying? And not to say, my father never skipped a beat. He never missed anything. You know what I'm saying? But when I lost him, my stepfather came in even more closer and
hmm
brought me more into the fold. You know,
Right.
and a lot of times when my dad wasn't around, he always did the right thing.
Right.
You know,
you know,
always did the right thing.
I'll say this for me, for me, I don't like the term father. Hear me out. Reason I don't like the term father is because any man can lay down and father a child, but it takes a real man to
Thank
be a
you.
dad.
Right.
And I never said it because
Exactly.
Freezy knows for a fact on what they call Father's Day, I shoot Happy Daddy's Day
Yep.
Hmm.
because you're a daddy. Um, my oldest, you know, it says step. She, you know, I met my lady. I had a child. She had one. And my oldest is 8 years old, but I've been in her life and I raised her. She don't call me. That's not my. She never say stepdad. She call me dad.
Right.
You know, she let it be known. Yeah, I know who my biological is, whatever, but that's my dad. He's been here.
Right.
I consider that's my child. You know, I don't say step or nothing because I don't. To me,
Yeah.
I don't believe in step because you come in and you raising that child. That's your child. Me and C. Lee talked. Remember we talked about that. I
Yeah.
don't believe.
Yeah. We
I
talked
don't
about
believe it. Yeah, I don't believe in step. I don't because if you raising that
that.
child as your own and their biological ain't there or whatever, that's your child and you doing everything that you. Only thing you didn't do was make it. They didn't. The baby didn't come flying up out of the egg. They make their way down the meat chute. You know, hey,
There's a
that's your
guy on
child.
you. There's a guy on
Yeah.
YouTube.
I would
He
say this.
said. Now I was gonna say there's a guy on YouTube. He was a stepdad, and he took care of the daughter and everything. Paid through her to go to college, went to the hospital and everything. He paying for the wedding and everything. He asked, and I want to ask you guys. He's like, do you think it's fair that she walks her father down the aisle who ain't never been in her life for anything? When she was sick, he was
I
in the
tell.
hospital with her. He paid for her college. He paid for her to get to work.
Nah,
He
that
paid
ain't
for
that ain't
her
right.
wedding.
That mother, hey, I would tell you this, and I normally don't say these type use kind of language, but that motherfucker wasn't there. Hell no, that's wrong. That's a slap in his face.
Yep.
That's a slap in the
And the
face because
mother
that
was,
man
and
was there,
the mother agreed with the daughter. Was like, it's okay. He'll be all right.
and
She
that's
said,
that's that's
I,
bullshit. That's bullshit right
yeah.
there. Because
You
yeah,
know
don't
what he
give me that's
said?
yeah.
bullshit.
He was like,
I don't
I'm
say
not
this.
paying for nothing. Good luck. He walked away. And they were asking him, like, yo, what's up with the payments on the wedding? He's like, I don't know who you talking about. That's not my child. And then they went off on him saying, you been there for her. Da, da, da. He's like, yeah, but I can't walk her down the aisle. Click.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what?
Hmm.
And some people say I'm saying it wrong, but I agree with that. I was here all this time. This cat didn't do shit. He ain't putting out a man. He didn't have two pennies to rub together, put in. If he did have two, he wouldn't give up one. I
Right.
did all this. I did all this. I was the one there. I'm the one with you when you were sick. I'm the one who was shitting all over the house. When you needed food, I put food on your belly, clothes on your back. You needed to get around to
Hmm.
this recital. I'm the one who drove you across town.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I did this. You want to go this? I did this. I did that. And I was the one. He ain't been around, but all of a sudden now
So figure
you want
that's
to come
why,
up.
and you know what they say? They be like, but I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
appreciate all you did for
No,
me.
you don't.
That's
No,
that's
you
why
don't.
I
No, you
No,
don't.
say
no,
that's
you
why I
don't.
say that's
No.
why I say thank you and I appreciate it are very
Mm-hmm.
light words.
Yeah. And that's
Right.
why I
Yeah.
say, oh,
Th-
but and then you
Those
want
are
to have somebody else walk you
unlike
down the
words.
aisle. Yeah, you want to have somebody else walk you down the aisle. While he's walking, you want him to walk you down the aisle. He can pay for all that shit. Hey, no, hell no. But it say, well, you wrong. You said no. That's bullshit.
Right.
That's bullshit,
How is
bro.
that?
That
Being a
man did
step
wrong
being a
because.
stepfather
Hold on
is
a
a
second.
thankless job.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not a thankless job. Hold on a second. So, I'm not gonna say that. It's not a thankless job. It is. It's all about who you dealing with and how you nurture those seeds that aren't yours, because that's what you're basically doing. While that father's off, while that father's off fucking off and probably making other kids. You know what I'm saying? And see, as an adult, as an adult, as them kids get older and they become parents themselves, and they start to see how life is rough, and how you can't raise a kid with just one parent. You can, but it's hard. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? Eventually, the light bulb's gonna click in, because I have a lot of friends who are like, "Yo, I am so thankful for my stepfather, because if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I'd be." You know what I'm saying? Well, they honestly be like, "Yo, and they don't call him step. They might not give him the title of dad or nothing like that, but they are close
Lee, I
to
think, but
him, and they got a
I think
relationship.
both of y'all, are right. Like in the moment, being a stepfather is a thankless job. Now, that moment that you just mentioned, when a light bulb go off in their head, then they appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But in that moment,
Hmm.
though, like when that
Hmm.
man did all of that for that girl, she get married, and then her father showed up from out of nowhere to walk her down the aisle, and he never did nothing. And his wife or girlfriend co-signed that bullshit.
Yeah.
See, that's what makes it thankless, right?
Hmm.
Because she never up to that point, his woman never intimated that her baby daddy was going to walk her daughter down the aisle,
Mm-hmm.
right? But when the time comes for who going to walk her down the aisle, now you springing the news
No,
on
you
your
know what?
husband or boyfriend or
You know,
whoever it is. Like, hold on, let me finish. Hold on. Like now you spring the news on him that another man that has never been in the picture is going to walk his daughter down the aisle. Imagine being that man that helped raise that girl, and on the biggest moment of her life to that point, you have to sit back and you have to come off the bench while another
Yeah, be
dude
on the back burner.
that wasn't there is gonna. I know that's his biological daughter, but once you get to past the biological part should have been there. If biological part was so important, why wasn't he there for her growing up?
Mm, yeah.
Right? You can't do people like that, bro.
Yeah.
Mm.
I agree.
But
He, now go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
let me just
That's
say this
up.
real quick. Um, sorry guys, I'm chewing something. I'm sorry about that. Um, sometimes kids have an attachment to their biological parent who didn't do anything, who weren't around, who may come around once in a blue moon,
Right.
but when they do, that kid lights up like nobody's business.
Yeah.
And the people that are there all the time, the uncles, maybe even a stepfather or auntie or someone who raised them, feel some type of way. Like, yo, I'm here all the time. But when your daddy show up, after he done promised he was coming 20 times, he show up this one time with this bike. He said it's new, but it looked like somebody done been riding it
He
for a
bought it from
couple
the
of
pawn
years.
shop. He
Right.
bought it from the pawn shop.
But I mean, I've watched. I have a cousin like that. This is why I'm telling this story. Like I have a cousin. She's like that. She's in her 30s now, but I remember, like, her dad is, man. Listen, I don't hang with him. I don't talk to him. He asked me one time at another relative's funeral why I don't like him. He said, because you're a deadbeat.
Yeah.
Like, you don't do anything for your kids. Like, if it weren't people from our side of the family taking initiative to include them in things, people wouldn't even know them your kids.
Right.
Wouldn't even know that they're our cousins.
Right.
But despite the wrong that he does, like this girl, you can't say nothing bad about her dad. Even though the evidence is clear as day. Case in point, their grandmother passed away. We all had to travel down south to South Carolina for the funeral. And you know, the cards that the families get have money in it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes checks, money orders, cash.
Right.
You know, as soon as the funeral was, as soon as we left the gravesite, he gone with all the cards.
Yeah.
Shows up 2 o'clock in the morning. Talk about where everybody at. Like, yo, bro, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So his daughter was like, Dad, yo, we're gonna be leaving in the morning. Do you think we can get some cash so we can get back to New York? Oh, I don't got it. Well, what happened to the cards? And the money?
Right.
Oh, your auntie so-and-so has it. Like, and we're all sitting on the porch. We're all sitting on the porch like, yo, this motherfucker is, yo, why are you lying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Why you like this, bro?
Right.
Like, I'm ashamed to say that I'm related to, like, yo, you're a freaking clown.
Yeah.
But when she got engaged and then got married, the guy that has been with her mother since I was a little kid, so like 30-something years,
Yeah.
guess who she had walk her down the aisle? And guess who didn't show the fuck up? At all.
Right.
I'm on the way. I'll be there in a minute. Yo, this thing about to start, man. Did not show up.
Yep.
But to this day, if her dad needs her for something, she go running. Her husband hate that shit. Her husband hates that. Like, oh man, my daddy need $1,000. Like, yo, you need to go do something then. She'll come up with that $1,000 for her dad. So I'm saying that to say sometimes these kids do have an attachment to their biological who didn't do anything. And that's just, I guess, a natural instinct. Yo, this is my dad. This is my mom.
Yeah, you want to be loved by that parent, you know, and it's
Right.
worse when that parent, you don't want to believe that parent is rejecting it or whatever else, because you see them the way they see them a certain way. When we see them, like, man, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I have to say you are a stronger man than me, because on that porch I would have whooped his ass. I'm sorry, I don't have that type of hold on my tongue, but you are a stronger man than me.
Not my father, not my situation. Like, again, I don't fuck with this guy at all. I don't mess with this guy at all. Me and his oldest son, we have a relationship, and he don't have that. He don't feel the way, you know, his sister or his little brother feel. Like, he's on that now. You wasn't around, don't come around now.
Yeah.
And so, as wrong as it may seem for that girl to be like, yo, well, I want my dad to do it, I can understand. And as a stepfather, you gotta be a strong enough man to be like, yo, I'm okay with this.
Bro.
I don't agree with
Chuck,
that.
I'm telling you, Chuck, I'm with Chuck on this one, bro. I'm here to tell you the only job in America worse than that is a bulletproof vest, bro. I'm telling you.
So y'all saying that's okay to just, you know, let him walk her down the aisle after all of that?
No, you didn't know. That's not what neither of us said.
Okay.
No, there's a confliction
No,
in Soulfinger either.
I, I, I,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chuck. I'm sorry.
I'll give you a personal one. It's not about me. It is not. It's not the same. It's not the same as walking someone down the aisle, but the principle is the same. A young lady that I was engaged to years ago. She was graduating from law school, from Howard Law School, and I had the whole weekend planned out. Like I was going to propose to her that weekend, like after the ceremony and all that, after graduation or whatever. So it was planned. Um, her and her dad does not have a good relationship. I knew that from day one. The very first conversation that we had on the phone, them long 4-hour conversations, you talking to the chick, whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she's telling me all this stuff and how she don't have a relationship with this guy. Well, guess who shows up the night before the graduation? Out of nowhere. Her dad.
Mhm.
And so her mom is like, well, I don't know what he's going to do because they only gave us 4 tickets. Me and her sister taking one, and one's for you, and then one's for my man, her first cousin.
Yeah.
Long story short, Chuck had to give up his ticket.
Mm.
Wow.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Like I was tight, and it was other little things through that whole weekend. That was like, yo, I'm about to throw this little nigga off the ledge, man. Like you coming here with your chest poking out, talking all this big talk when I know the truth.
Right.
And I had to give up my ticket. Then we had to take them out to eat. Even though he said, yo, I'm taking my daughter out to eat, celebrating her graduating from law school. You know who paid that bill? Chuck. We getting ready to leave the restaurant. Hey, babe, where you going? It's not the way you go back to the house. Oh, yeah. I got to get my dad a room. What?
Right.
You sat there and told me, like, all this stuff about your dad and all this baggage that you got from your dad, but you about to go put him up in a nice room. I just spent $400 on a meal, 200 of them a beer that I ain't even drink.
Right. Right.
And I got to give up my ticket tomorrow.
Right.
Yo, in my mind, I was already saying, like, yo, I'm not going to be able to do this. Like, I might need to go ahead and take this ring back, bro. Because there's no way I'm
Chuck,
going
take
to
the
live
ring
my
back,
life.
bro.
Huh?
Take the ring back, bro.
I mean, eventually it went back. It went back because all that stuff came to a head at a point. Because I was like, yo, hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Like, I'm not jumping through hoops for this dude. And you ain't about to prove something to someone who hasn't even attempted to be in your life, but because he could make himself, like he took every opportunity to make it about himself.
Of course.
Like it was crazy. So sometimes, if you love somebody, you sometimes you'll bite the bullet. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you'll bite the bullet, for better or worse. All the things that I did, money that I spent, things like, I'm like, yo, these are grown ass. Like, what the? Oh,
Yeah.
I can't even imagine when it comes down to the actual wedding. What is this dude gonna? He ain't kicking in no money.
Yeah, no.
Traditionally, it's the father of the bride who pays for the wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's why I told mine,
man.
if y'all gonna have
Anyway.
you better do the justice of the peace.
Right.
I wouldn't have mind that. Outside of that, yo, bro, something like that situation right there, nah, man. What if we were saving? What if we were saving for something, not even necessarily a house, because she had a real fly condo at the time, already paid for. But if we were trying to start a business and we wanted to invest, what if we saved 100,000 together, and he called saying he need 80.
And
And I go
or
check
say
the
he
account,
need
and there's
say
only
he need
20,000 in
say
there.
he need a kidney operation, and it's gonna cost 105, 108. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So not only are they gonna take all that money, y'all gonna go in the hole about $8,000 for him. And you know what's gonna happen when he get out of rehab? He gonna talk shit to you.
Yep.
That's my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
my
then
daughter's money, ain't yours.
yeah.
You didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I
oh,
would
And
I
have put my
did.
hands
Just
around
ask
the
your
neck.
daughter. I did a plenty. Ask her. Ask about me. I'm
Right.
sorry. Hold on. My fault. I got in my feelings
You
for a second.
good?
Go ahead.
Nah. I'm with you. First of all, Bully, if you watching this is your fault. You the one brought this topic up. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Boulevard 73, right? But my thing is with deadbeats, bro. I'll never forget, bro. I was like 14 years old. It was like the early 80s, bro. I'm like 14 years old, 13, right? And I'm at this funeral of a dude that I don't know, right? And back then, they bring your body in. They can, you know how they put it body on. They walk in with the casket on their shoulder, and then they bring it up front, and then put it on a little stand. You know, so this is before the wheel, the gurney thing. You know how they push the casket now.
Mm-hmm.
This is before that. They bring the body in, and listen, man. Everybody hollering, right? Everybody hollering. I'm like, damn, they must love this motherfucker. And so I got a cousin who's 10 years older than me, right? We just gonna call him Keep It Real Dre. That's his name. You know what I'm saying? Keep It Real Dre, right? I'm sitting next to Keep It Real Dre. And so they bring his body in, and all the women start hollering. And he look at me, he like, I don't know. And we in church right now. Mind you, we in church. I don't know why these bitches in here hollering. That nigga wasn't shit. This is what he's telling me. And y'all know I don't use the N word. It just slipped just now. I don't use it. But this is what
Yes,
he's
sir.
telling me. Right.
But so those actual facts when he's
But
breaking it down like that.
This is what he did. And so they trying to get the casket to the front of the church, and women is up there like tearing their shirts and like tearing their dresses and shit, falling out in the floor in front of the casket. And I'm like, hey, that's Miss Such and Such. She a teacher at our school. He's like, yeah, he was hitting that. You know that? No, I'm 14. You know, some of the stuff I don't know, bro. I'm young. He's like, no, he was hitting that. He was hitting all of them over there. And so Chuck, when I tell you his wife is at the front of the church, she crying, she can't believe what's happening. She is up there crying, bawling her eyes out, right? But it's like 7 women in the church that are falling out. The ushers are treating them 7 women as if they are his wives. Guess why? Because 3 of those women in that church were his wives. He had one main wife and 2 wives around town, and then side chicks all over the place. Right? And then there's a family in the back of the church. They like, why are we even here? What are we here for? And I don't know this, man. Why are we even here? You know what they tell them? Ain't nobody told y'all? That's y'all daddy. That's y'all daddy.
Damn, they had their own section. Damn.
Yo, yes.
That's and they wait till he's dead to say something. That's even worse.
Everybody around town knew all these situations, but black people, this is my fault. This is my beef with black people.
That's why our community
Black
is
people will know wrong is happening,
and
they
let it roll.
won't say shit. That man had a main family, a whole nother family across town, and he was starting another family right there. And then you look at the lady that was tearing her dress and all that stuff. Her little babies is trying to figure out why their mama is so upset. They like, They like 3, 4, 5 years old. Well, the reason why they upset is because they daddy is in that casket and they don't know it. Right? And the preacher, after all the stuff calmed down, the preacher preaches his way into heaven. You know he was he had a good heart. You know, no man is judge not, or ye shall be judged. You know what I'm saying? He doing the preacher thing. You know what I'm saying? He doing the preacher thing, right? And no, I ain't got nothing against preachers, man. Listen, you know, preachers got to do their thing too. You know what I'm saying? Because preachers ain't preaching for the person that's dead. He's preaching for the people inside the church, right? But the thing is, he's like, judge not, or ye shall be judged. You know, before, you know, he got his, you know how the preacher say, you know, he got right when he found out he was dying. You know, he got his soul right. And you was like, wait a minute. This joker got 7. Now they active women. This ain't like he used to go with such and such back in 1968. He was still messing with them. That's why they hollering in the church. And his kids in back of the church, like, why are we even here? Who was this dude? That's his daddy. They meet their daddy at the funeral, right? And so in the box, bro. And then I talk to him now, like we talk about how bad our child, bro. Ain't nothing worse than adults talk about how bad their childhood was. So we get together now once or twice a year. We have a family function, whatever. And they be like, yeah, man, you know, my daddy. They talk about their stepdaddy. They don't talk about their real daddy. But hey, yeah, man, I ain't know, man. Mama crazy. I don't know what mama was thinking. This is now. And to this day, those same women, when you talk to them, they in their 80s now, right? Even now, they be like, don't talk no bad about him. He was a good man. He was all young, and the shit was wrong then. It is wrong now.
Yeah.
And y'all still trying to cover up some mess.
Justify it.
Oh, yo, come on, bro.
But you're right, Freeze. You're right. We let that slide or whatever. And you know, you talk about like back in the crib, man. It goes on, especially in small towns, man.
Yeah.
Everybody know Willie Earl messing around with Peaches.
Why you talking about South Carolina, bro? Why you always be messing with South Carolina, bro? Man, nigga always be throwing shade at South Carolina, bro.
Nah, I'm throwing shade at the boot because they got I'm just telling the truth. I ain't throwing shade, but the thing is, if it goes on in South Carolina, the same thing go down in the boot. It goes on in the city. Yeah, it's just bigger. But the thing is people know and they sit there and just roll with it. And if you say something, then you wrong. See, that's why a lot of times because now you wrong. Why you all in their business? Man, somebody got to do something to stop this madness, man.
Right.
Oh, why you all in there? Because in the end, I'm going somehow, some way, everybody else got to deal with this shit. Right. Seriously, you got a cat, man. You can't trust this cat to pull out a damn driveway.
Right.
You know.
But see, that also is the negativity, like you said, us black people, we hold on to as if it's the gospel. And instead of it doing it the right way, that's how we stay where we're at. We always caught up because of that. It's like, oh, he did so much wrong. I'm sorry. I would have burnt it. I would have took my mama out and burnt that church down. That's just how I am. That's why some people say, you ain't black. And I see why. Because that's just wrong, man. You can't do that.
And you, hey, BT, you right. Because people say, well, you ain't black. No, but being black is being stupid all the time? Rolling with this is? Man, right is right. Wrong is wrong, man. If you got, and especially if it's one of your own relatives, you be like, yo, man. Now, if you did your point to talk to them and they want to kind of say, well, you know, if you like it, I love it, man. You get to that point because you got people out there stupid enough to keep falling around. And my whole thing is, if you like it, I love it. I did my part. You know, look here. You be like, hey, look here, cuzzo, or whatever. You know, hey, look, check it out. You know, he messing with Peaches. He messing with Baby Doll. He messing with a Lynette. You know Lynette that work at the library. Yeah, you messing with her.
Letitia.
Letitia
Right.
work over at the Letitia that work at the gas station off of 54.
Right.
You know, he got them all over the place. But no, but he's the change, man. I can change him. No, you ain't changing shit. The only thing he gonna change if he does is his drawers and socks. You can't change it. You're not changing this cat.
Right.
What's gonna make
Honestly,
you?
now I was gonna say we need to break that chain, man. That chain. They right. We still slaves in the mind, man. We've been down for so long that things we hold dear is like the darkest secrets. You know, like something like that. I mean, my dad at a funeral, I wouldn't know how to act, man. That's so wrong, and it needs to be
Mhm.
taken care of because what happens, it goes to the next generation and then the next generation, and subconsciously they don't even realize that history's just gonna keep
They're
repeating
developing
itself.
deadbeats. They're
Exactly.
developing
That's what
deadbeats.
they're doing. They're allowing it to be okay to be a deadbeat. Because now think about your child. Wait, that's my dad. He had this, that. Okay. So it's okay for me to go out and slip around. My dad did it. I could do it.
ABT,
And
you know
then
what you missed though? Here's the part that you missed. Not just you, like you didn't see it, but the part that I didn't get to. Like they found out that that's their father in a casket at the church. At the burial, everybody started to get the arguing over the insurance money.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
oh Lord.
Because for one, when it was just one beneficiary, when it was just the wife, that's one thing. But now that you know that it's all these, the fake wife feel like she the real wife, right?
Mhm.
The new girlfriend that he talked about they was gonna get married, she feel like she deserved everything because he left all them women for her. The kids in the back, they young, they ain't gonna never have their father. You know what I'm saying? They was my age, like 13, 14. They're like, why are we even here? I don't even know this man, and why mama up there cutting up, right? They never even see. I don't even think they ever saw him or remember seeing him on the burial grounds, bro, at the church in the back. They back
All
there
hell broke
fighting,
loose.
pushing, and shoving each other in heels. They in high heels, bro. You ain't never seen women fight on loose dirt, bro.
Mhm.
Man.
Bro, I'm
They
saying
look like a bunch of drunk giraffes.
yes. They out back cutting up. The church, they got to be separated. You can't hardly get through the repass. You know what I'm saying? And all these different things, bro, happen with us, and it's all because it's and yo, listen, if you haven't watched Live in the Morning with me and Chuck, we used to do it. You know what I'm saying? We took a little sabbatical from it for for multiple reasons. But me and Chuck used to like have conversations like, yo, people would rather look like an angel instead of being an angel.
Mhm.
You feel me? And these are the type of conversations that we used to like having. They'd rather give the perception that they holy and all of that stuff rather than be holy and all that stuff. And that's what happened. That's what happened. And my cousin was pointing him out. He was like, yeah, man, he hitting that and that and that. And then he pointed at one girl, looked like she couldn't have been no more than 20. Right? I had me a little crush. You know how you 14, you see a woman, she like 20, she like not really grown. She kind of like your hormones just start jumping like a little
Yeah.
disco or something.
Oh, she could
Like
be the one.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking, I'm like, ooh, girl, in about 3 years, what? He knocking her down. Right? You like, yo, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is everybody knew all this stuff, and we sitting around letting this deadbeat be a deadbeat.
Mhm. But you got people that put him up on a that talk so highly of him, knowing he ain't shit.
Right.
And it's crazy. Nobody watched the movie Frankie Lyman, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? I saw
Mhm.
that movie. I was like, what? 3 wives? And they were all and they were trying to get the money from him when he passed. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't be that dude. But that's the thing. People don't see the signs and they just think it's okay to keep, oh, don't say nothing, don't say nothing. Maybe, God will change. God's showing you the signs that this dude ain't gonna change. Why keep giving him the support when there's guys out there that do better and do more for you? And the thing is I hate to say it, it's comfortability. It's like they're comfortable knowing that they're being taken care of and their kids are being taken care of. And at some point, because they did so much good with their family, that this deadbeat gonna come around. But he only come around when he wants something. And what he want isn't just your money and your time. It's basically your soul. I'm sorry. Because that creates that type of negativity. That's
Hey,
not good, man.
GT, let me ask this: do you think women are that gullible, or do you think some men just have the magic wand?
I think, to be honest with you, I was reading the books that you guys were telling me about and stuff like that. And one of the powers that they said is like you can have the power to finesse, and that power alone is very dangerous. And a lot of men naturally have it, and they don't even know. That's why they're able to just go around and just think, oh, everything's all right. I could just go out and have 11 kids or whatever, and nobody gonna say nothing because of who I am. So for me, I don't agree with it, but yeah, I believe it. I believe that there's a lot of things out there that draw people in a negative light. It's like, and I hate to say it based on race, but as black people, that negativity we love, like the guy going around with all selling drugs and all of that and having all the change. Everybody want to be him, but nobody want to be the college kid, the one kid that wants to get out and make money for his mama to make his house, like be that one kid. That's why there's only one in like every freaking city. They don't want to strive for that. So for me, I just think I think it is that
Lee,
charisma.
I think some
No,
cats
no,
just
no.
got the magic wand, bro.
Exactly.
I think
And
it's
the
a, I think
craziest
I
thing
think it's a
is,
little bit of both though, because you can
a
find the
combination of
ones,
both.
yeah, because you can tell in conversation these cats because they fish. It's like you fish. You seeing, it's like when you're out there hustling, you trying to drum up business or whatever, and you can get in. So if you can see that she has some kind of vulnerability, she's got some kind of hiccup, some kind of daddy issue or love interest, some that they're desperate for something. You can see it. Cats find it and exploit it. So it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. You could be, man, look, you could be going down there laying pipe better than Louis the Plumber.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's got some kind of hang up, something like that, you can exploit that. And a lot of these cats, they exploit that. Because I know cats that we know cats like that, and I'm seeing it's always that same type. I'm like, nah, yeah, she getting all this. Oh, that's one of them. She has a low self-esteem or something. That's why she put up with your bullshit. Because you got some that ain't gonna man. They be like, man, they tell you you don't get your stinking ass away from me with your 14 babies and your 8 baby mamas.
Right.
You got some women that are like that.
The reason why I say that is because I had a friend, I'm gonna call him Chuck. Chuck was dating this one girl and got bored of her.
Hey, let's call him Rick.
Rick. All right, Rick. He had one girl and he got bored with her. Then went to the sister, then went to the mom, then went to the auntie. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, y'all all know y'all with the same dude, right? And they're like, yeah, we don't care. We just love it when he with us though. And I'm like, yeah, I can't mess with him. Like I stopped hanging out with him and everybody was like, yo, why you stop messing with him? This dude he don't move like me. So it's I don't know what it is. I wish I had that power. But it's something about what they do to the women that they just, oh my God, he's my Prince Charming. And I just don't know.
Hey,
If a
sweet
woman
Dick Willie.
if a woman likes a dude, it's a wrap.
Yep.
Everyone could be telling her that he's the ugliest man in the world. Yo, this dude look like the Elephant Man. Girl, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, I love the Elephant Man,
Right.
and I want to have his elephant babies.
He just make me feel so good.
Because the fundamental difference between men and women, men are moved by what they see. That's why you got dudes with these baby mamas with these big butts and truck faces, because they're attracted by what they see. Women are moved by what they hear. That's why an ugly dude or a big dude can charm his way in there because he has the right conversation and he holds that code that's going to get her to open up. But what trumps all of that is if she likes you.
Right.
If she likes you, she's going to laugh at jokes that ain't funny.
Yep.
She's going to be willing to bend over backwards to prove to you that she's down for you and she wants to be the one. Ain't nothing you can do with that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Chuck, I think I kind of want to go there with you, bro, but I kind of want to believe that, bro. But I was in the military with a dude named Marshall. And Marshall was all the stuff that y'all meant. Marshall was like 5'6", 5'5", like a plain looking dude. He just stuttering, you know what I'm saying? Always broke, country bumpkin. But if he ever was able, if a woman was able, if he could ever get them in the room, Marshall had a chick bust up our formation, bro. we legit in formation.
What?
Yes, we in formation, bro. And she like, no, yeah, you ain't gonna run from me. And Marshall in formation. Now, mind you, he stutter. Marshall like,
I fucking
You wrong for that.
Marshall had a stutter. Like, he was stutter before he laughed, right? And when you heard it, bro, you could not help but laugh because you're not laughing at Dutta, man. Because people stutter. Everybody got their little. Nobody's perfect, right? But when Marshall would start that stutter before he laughed, bro, it didn't matter. We could have been in formation for the president, bro. Everybody was gonna laugh because we laughing with him. We not laughing at him, right? I was no lie. Me and Marshall was in a room for a little bit. The heat had went out in my room. They took my roommate, put him across the hall, and then I roomed with Marshall for like 4 or 5 days. Marshall had that girl. I look at the girl and I'm like, I don't know how he pulled her, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I heard Marshall over there with that girl, bro. I swear I started to call the police, bro. That girl was making sounds as if he was doing something to her that was unnatural, right? Bro, bro, that morning, Marshall walked by me. What's up, kid? You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it. For people that was up from up north, they call us kid. Like, what's up, kid? You know what I'm saying? And so, what's up, kid? And so I'm like, what's happening, man? You all right? Like, yeah. The girl stands up next to Marshall. She butt naked, looking at me dead in my eyes. Butt naked, no clothes on. You want something to eat for breakfast? Marshall, I guess he blew her back out so much that she ain't had common sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Marshall, Marshall legit blew her mind, bro. She's standing up next to me, looking at me in the face, butt naked, like, you want something to eat for breakfast? I'm about to go out and get. He like, yo, my man's and them hungry too. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure it's about 7 or 8 of us. This is Marshall telling her that. She's like, 7 or 8? Okay, I'll be right back.
Yo.
She went off post, got breakfast, brought it back for all the homies, bro. She in there wrapped up in a towel. We sitting in Marshall room. Mind you, she ain't got no clothes on. She just got a towel on. Wrap up, right? Over there eating breakfast. You know what I'm saying? On my side of the room, we over there playing NBA Jam, bro. You know what I'm saying? She legit is right next to Marshall. Can't move, bro. Marshall's like, yo, you got to go home. I got company coming later. And she was like, I ain't going nowhere. Like, yo, didn't I tell you I got company coming? You ain't got company coming here. Lady, this is the thing she don't get. She trying to tell Marshall that he not having company come to the barracks. Lady, This property belongs to the United States government. You can't tell him who he can and can't have. You know what I'm saying? She wait. Marshall company comes. She sit there with Marshall and the girl. The company that Marshall have, another chick, no lie. He tell the girl, go out the room. You gotta let me have my company. She's like, okay, but I ain't going nowhere, and she better leave. And Marshall brings her in the room. I'm in there playing NBA Jam. You know what I'm saying? He blow this chick back. I mean, he doing something. It's unnatural, bro. I'm telling you, it sound like zebras, bro. You know what I'm saying? It sound like zebras on a Serengeti, bro. Over there. I ain't
Let me know when you in the jungle.
bro. And then the lady walks, she gets up out the bed, she butt naked, she look at me dead in the face. You want the lights on or off?
Wait, she in the room too? The other chick with the towel?
No, the other one is outside. The new chick.
She waited outside?
Yeah, the other one waited outside. The new chick.
Wow,
You're a stalker.
Game.
He turned into a stalker.
Nah, bro. Yo, y'all don't understand English, bro. I'm trying to tell you that I think Marshall had the magic stick, bro. He legit put something on these women where common sense was just out the window after that.
Where was he from? Freeze.
I'm gonna tell you where he from, and you gonna laugh.
New York.
He from Louisiana.
He put a root on him. He hit her with the root. He put a root on him.
He from Louisiana.
Yeah,
Marshall.
He hit her with a root. That's why, because I was asked. I was like, wait a minute now. He hit her
with a weeping willow root.
I grew up in the wrong state, man. I grew up in the wrong state. Something in the water.
That fast, bro. He hit her with a root that fast.
Man, yeah. Well, he's from Louisiana. Yeah, he hit her with he put a root on him.
I personally,
I'm just gonna tell you, where were y'all? Where were you stationed at the time, Free?
At the time, we were at Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Okay.
At the time, but let me tell y'all about Black Sheep, bro. In case y'all don't know who Black Sheep is, Black Sheep had two members, bro. One of them was named Drez,
and the other one was Mr. Long.
When it came to the ladies, I was Drez, right? If I ever got to the ladies, bro, I feel like I could talk them into doing whatever it is I want. Back then, right? I could talk them into whatever it is that I want to do. I have this because I just have a sales mentality, bro, right? But then the other member of the group name was Mr. Long, right? And for people don't get what I'm getting at. It's like some dudes, bro. They game is beyond words, bro. They game is like if like with me, I'm like, if I ever like if we in the club, if I'm like if I can get her outside this club, she mine, right? But then there are some dudes that are, if I ever get her to the bed, she mine forever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some dudes is like that, and so they wind up being the baby mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some dudes are just like that. I mean, that's the way I see it. I may be wrong. I really want y'all to talk me out of this.
So you saying basically your man Marshall's walking around with the baby on?
Yeah,
he put a root
I gotta
on,
say, man, after hearing that, I need to take some classes from Marshall on how to get a girl, man.
Nah, he couldn't pull him, but if he ever banged him, bro, like he couldn't. He wasn't the dude. Like he wasn't smooth. None of that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But if he ever got you to the bro, if he ever got you to the bit, this lady, she broke up our formation, talking about she been thinking about Marshall all night.
Wait, after what he did, having her outside?
No, this is a different lady. We was at Fort Hood. This happened at Fort Hood when we first got to Fort Hood. This lady broke up the formation, bro. We legit about to, you know what I'm saying? You know how you do formation so that you can, you know what I'm saying, go, you know, you go into the motor pool, whatever. It's like after PT. You know how you go to PT, you come back for morning formation, you in formation, not drill sergeant, but your platoon sergeant tell everybody what they're gonna be doing for the day. We in that formation, company formation, right?
Mhm.
She run and break up the formation, bro. How she even got on post, we don't even know, right? And our leadership is looking at Marshall like, Marshall, what the hell you did to her? Marshall like, you know what I'm saying?
I told you, hey, that sound like that. You know, I used to tell them, I said, cats, chicks talk about, they talk about, I like thug love. I said, girl, I don't know about thug love, but I know about field hand loving. Go ahead and
What's thug love? What you do after you make love to her? You beat her up and throw her down the stairs? What's thug love?
man, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I was like,
he did. Nah, Marshall ain't did that. He just did. Bro, I swear it sounded like the Serengeti over there, bro.
I had all kind of notes.
Actually, church choir hitting them high notes.
Hey, Freeze, was he good in math? Reason I'm asking is he must have been using geometry, hitting it at all kinds of angles.
Nah, that's like algebra, man. That's that algebra. Cosine,
that's
sine,
geometry. And he was using geometry. He said, "I'm gonna hit you on this angle. I'm gonna use I'm about to go with a right angle right here. I'm gonna hit you with the octagon."
Let me flip it.
Nah, my man had a protractor.
Oh, something. But let me flip it. Let me flip it a different way. Let me flip it a different way. So I probably ain't gonna never see this dude again. So I will say his name, right? So we get a young roommate from Houston named Choo Choo, right? That's his nickname, right? Choo Choo, right? And he is exactly what he said. Tall dude. He looks like Stefan Urkel with glasses on.
Oh,
right,
wow.
Right. He looks like that, right? But he's really Steve Urkel. So he looks like Stefan, but he's really Steve. You know how Urkel is really Urkel, but sometimes he could be Stefan. It's the opposite. It's the opposite with him. The ladies saw him, they love Choo Choo, right? So they see him, they are, oh, who's your friend? Right? No lie. We go to this club, right? City Lights, we meet these ladies. Me, Brown, my man, rest in heaven, Brown, and Choo Choo was in the room. And I'm salty, bro. I'm crispy, bro. All these ladies, I ain't got no play, right? I'm coming back to the room. I'm just gonna play Final Fantasy for the rest of the night, right? You know what I'm saying?
Sound like me.
I was mad as a motherfucker. All them ladies, and I couldn't do nothing. I was just off, right?
Get no action,
yeah. It happens, bro. It happens to all of us, right? So Brown is not the ladies' man, right? Brown is like, I'll get what I can get. If I can't get it, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's you just keep trying. Brown come back. Brown just like, man, whatever, man. I'm just gonna go over here and listen to. So me and Brown, like, if you can imagine, say the room that you're in right now is just divided into thirds, right? On the closest side of the room is my room, like my area. Like I'm right there by the door. I chose that spot because when we come back from the field, I didn't want to be dragging TA50 all the way across the room. Right? I'm right there. So I want my TA50 to be right there so I can, you know what I'm saying? Brown want privacy. Brown like, I don't care nothing about no TA50. I'm gonna set my side of the room up like an apartment. So Brown had a stand-in fridge. He had a big microwave. He had, you know what I'm saying, a big TV. Brown set his part up like an apartment. And then in the middle was the smallest section. And we did it like that on purpose because me and Brown shared the room. And we said, if we ever get a roommate, they're going to get this little small section. Well, Brown is on his side making ramen noodles. We had just heard of ramen noodles, bro. Ramen noodles had just come out, right? So Brown putting ramen noodles in the microwave. He cutting up Spam in it. And I'm like, yo, man, hey, man, you got me hungry. So I'm going over there. I'm on Brown's side of the room. Like, Brown, let me get some ramen noodles. He's like, nah, man, nah. $1. Like, we over there arguing, playing. our door gets kicked in, right? We're like, what the fuck? We run over there. We just see who it is. It's Peaches, and she has Choo Choo jacked up, right? And Peaches was a big, thick girl. I mean, when I say thick, I mean she was thick like an athlete thick. She wasn't thick like a big girl thick, right? So Peaches was like sprinter thick, like, you know what I'm saying, big thighs, big rump. She got Choo Choo jacked up, right? Choo Choo still got his BDUs on, bro. Now, mind you, it's 1 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. It actually is Saturday, so it's Friday night, Saturday morning, right? This dude still got his brown t-shirt on. She throw him on the bed, and she just going to town on Choo Choo, right? And I'm hearing all these noises like oos, 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 oos.
He feel like like
Oos.
he doing like he in kung fu.
yeah.
Kung Fu.
Got him in a horse stance doing the punches.
Yes. So
Mm,
I walk by, act like I ain't looking, and I go back over there, and then, you know what I'm saying, I get back, start playing Final Fantasy. I think I'm playing like Final Fantasy 2, right? I'm over there playing Final Fantasy. All we hear is oos, oos, oos. And me and Brown trying not to giggle, bro. We try not to we try not to laugh, bro. We mess around, and Peaches, like, after she finished, she said, now take that. I told you I was gonna put it on you. Take that. Right? You talked all that shit. Take that now. And don't you call me either.
Wow.
We go over. She walked out the room. Now, Peaches was fine, bro. Peaches was fine. That's her stripper name, right? She was fine. I tried to holler at her. She shut me down. I ain't mess with you. You don't treat girls right. This is what she said to me, right? But we went over there, and after she leaves, she slammed the door and she walked out. And Choo Choo got his cover pulled up to his chest, like trying to hide from us, like.
You look like Eddie Murphy on Boomerang after Robert.
What is it? You said Edwin from
Boomerang.
Yeah.
Is it the bathroom scene?
Yeah.
Wait, the bathroom scene where Pops come out with his shirt all backwards?
No.
You
You talking about after Robin Givens broke him
After
off.
Robin Givens left
and
the little
left
$200 on the
$200.
nightstand.
The nightstand, yeah.
Lee, I'm looking at Choo Choo like, damn, bro, you tore that shit up. She was over there making that noise. She was like, Choo Choo was like, Uncle Freezy, that wasn't her. And I was like, well, who the else was it? It was just y'all two. That was yo, my man Brown faded, bro. Choo Choo, you was over here talking about oos.
Oh shit!
Choo Choo, if you watching,
y'all gotta stop. Choo Choo got a stuttering problem. He was trying to ask whose is it, but all he could get was whose.
Bro,
He was trying for help.
shit.
He was trying to do. He's like, who?
Yo,
He was getting his Karate Kid on.
yeah, and Daddy was laughing. So I told y'all that Peaches used to strip, right? Like Peaches legit was the lady. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound so generic, but Peaches had a real job, and yes, she was going to school, and she was stripping to guess what? Pay her tuition. This was a real thing back in the day before it became a thing.
Became a hustle.
Yeah.
Before it became Diamond from the Players Club.
Right. And that's what she looked like. But she was bigger than Diamond though. But my thing is though. So now we go to, like, he been calling her on Brown phone, right? Every time we come in the room, because the room phone, Brown was paying for the phone. I mean, it was Brown's phone, but we all was contributing to the phone. Instead of getting 3 phones in the same room, we just all use Brown phone, right? So we come in, every time we come in the room, Choo Choo is calling Peaches. So she called back. I answer the phone. I'm like, this is how we used to. Yo, don't judge me, but this is how we used to answer the phone back in the day. Yo, who this? What you mean, who this? This is how we used to answer the phone back in the 80s. Yo, who this? Right?
No,
So
I used to hit him with the 8-ball speaking cue ball in the side pocket.
What you want?
So yeah. So
You speak,
Brown,
I
that's
listen.
a Brown, right? That's a Brown like, yo, who just calling my phone? This is how Brown used to answer, right? So Peaches is like, hey, put Uncle Freezy on the phone. And so I get on, I'm like, what is this? He's like, man, it sound like that girl. She's like, yo, this Peaches. And I'm like, what you want with me? She's like, yo, I need to talk to you about something. No, you don't, because I was trying to holler. She's like, this ain't about you. And I'm young. I'm like, I thought everything was about me. When you 2021, you think everything about you, right? She like, tell your man to stop calling me at work. He gonna get me fired. And I'm like, calling you at work? He calling your job? No, he calling the club.
Wow.
What? Yo. And so he come in the room. I'm like, okay, this is too hilarious, right? This is too hilarious. So my man comes in. I'm like, yo, sit down right here on the bed, bro. I gotta talk to you. He like, nah, man, I got a phone call to make. No, you don't. Don't touch that phone, bro. You ain't gonna tell me I'm a grown man. I pay for that phone too. Sit your ass down and shut up. Uncle Freezy, you ain't gonna do me like that, man. I ain't scared of you. This is what he do. You know what I'm saying? I know he's scared, right? So I'm like,
he got his karate stand with
yeah. So we like, I'm like, yo, what's going on with you and Peaches? He like, man, nothing, man. I think we done broke up, bro. She won't call me back. Y'all done broke up? Yeah, man. I'm like, how long y'all was together? That one night you saw us? And I'm like, oh, y'all wasn't together. You just talk that talk, and then she put it on you. Nah, man, it ain't even like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We was talking, man, and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay, I'll tell you what. No lie, I gathered all the homies. It was about 40 of us. We get in our cars and we go to the club. Peaches is working that night, right? It's like a Thursday night. Peaches working this night. It's like 40 of us. We just mob deep in the club, right? Peaches come out to the stage. So figure.
Peaches to the stage.
So figure. This dude is so whooped, right? That when Peaches come out and start dancing, everybody throwing dollars at Peaches, right? This fool is standing in front of her trying to swat dollars.
He's swatting dollars like he's the Kembe Mutombo.
Coming to the stage,
Stop
it's
giving him money.
Peaches. On her left leg, it's Choo Choo.
Bro, we out there throwing dollars. This dude is swatting the dollars out of the air, trying to hold up his jacket because can't nobody see her.
Oh shit!
She whooped him so bad, bro. Oh my god, bro. This dude was swatting dollars. She got him kicked out the club, bro. She had to get a restraining order on this dude.
Damn, she put on him like that. Wow.
Was this in Louisiana?
No, we was at Fort Hood by then.
Oh,
we was at Fort Hood by then.
That about to sound like he got a root put on him. But she blew
that girl's name is Sunshine, and she used to work.
For real.
She used to work at Club Sugar Ray's. She had to. Was that the name of the club? Club Sugar Ray's?
No, I forget what the name of it is. It's a generic strip club name. But it was off of an army base, so it had a generic strip club name.
Well, in this
probably named Players Club or something.
In my mind, that's exactly what it is. That's Sunshine, and unfortunately, Choo Choo has become the numbers runner. So
yes, yeah. DSJ, no lie, bro. She told me, she called our room and was like, "Yo, tell your man to stop calling me at work." I'm like, "He calling you?" I think she worked at Jack in the Box or something. I'm like, "He calling you at Jack in the Box?" She's like, "No, he calling me at the club." And I'm like, what the fuck? This dude legit went in the phone book, found the strip club telephone number, and was calling there trying to talk to her. She put it on him that bad.
Damn.
Richie Vento.
Oh
Man.
my god,
Yeah.
Richie
I
Vento.
feel sorry for her husband, man.
bro. That's why I'm saying, like, when Marshall was hitting them chicks, and y'all was like, nah, man, he must have been gaming her up, putting that thing in it. Nah, I just think some people just, whatever the opposite of sunshine is, that's what Marshall was doing to them girls. You know what I'm saying?
Bringing
But
the thunder.
I'm
Oh,
glad I ain't
man.
run into
The
a
Rain
hell,
Man.
I'm
But
You
so
bringing
glad.
thunder.
bro, but Choo Choo though, bro, we had to console him, bro. We legit had to sit him down. He's
Hey,
like,
what year was this? What year was this freeze?
89.
Oh,
Like
so he was on his Keith Sweat bag hard, huh?
bro, he was so whooped, bro.
Begging.
He was
He's
so
playing Keith
whooped.
Sweat. He's playing Keith Sweat. There's a good and a right way to love somebody.
Bro, and so it takes us like 3 or 4 months to get him over Peaches, right? 3 or 4 months. The whole time, chicks is trying to holler at him, like, "Yo, what's up with your man?" And like, Can you think about this? When you 21, right? When you 21, you got some money, you out having a good time, you just want to do your thing with the ladies, and imagine, like, you feel like you the flyest thing walking, and a woman walk up to you and be like, "Yo, what's up with your man?" What?
Huh?
What about me? Can you see? You got Pearl. You got a Pearl Vision card. You what? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I no lie, bro. No lie. Hand to the man, bro. Peaches whoop Choo Choo so bad, bro. I ain't never in all my days see somebody that whoop
Ain't no coming back from that.
bro.
That's that female version of feel hand love.
Bro, she had that man going oos, oos, oos for like 30 minutes.
Damn. I'm surprised he lasted that long.
Bro, I ain't DSA, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't never, bro. Listen, it was so bad. It was so bad, bro, that because I didn't tell the story to everybody, but I did co-sign though. Like with me, if something happened, like, I ain't gonna snitch on you, but if it ever get out in the open, I'm definitely gonna be the hype man, right? So Brown, so we in the cafeteria, like all of us, like we just coming back from a FTX, we all in the cafeteria, right? All of us dirty, all the all the NCOs looking at us like, why y'all dirty like that, eating in the chow hall? And we're like, come on, bro. Listen, man, we just came out of the field. Why we gotta eat MREs outside just because we dirty, right? And you gotta be, if you're a soldier, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you mean.
So we at the table, my man doing the beat, my man banging on the table, doing the beat, and we rapping. And Choo Choo is like, "Yo, why don't y'all act like y'all got some sense?" And we like, "Wait a minute, what? Excuse me, why don't we act like we have
got some
sense?"
Oh,
Hey.
so we supposed to be sitting at the table going, oos, oos.
Yes, the trolls, yes.
See, I've been no good, Freezy. You couldn't have me around because your boy Choo Choo been ready to fight me all the time.
Yo, he was ready to fight everybody, boss, all the time.
I would have made that a part of the beat.
Hey, we up in the child house getting real loose. My man Choo Choo over here going, oos, oos.
Bro. We at the motor pool, bro. Like you know how the
MC Oos.
Yes, bro. It's like, you know how you at the motor pool, the microphones in the PA system in the motor pool be mad crackly. You know how, like, if you way at the end of the motor pool, you could barely hear what Cass be saying. If a man Giles got on the bike and you can hear it, it's all crack. All this stuff. He trying to talk. He like formation at 4:30. Oos. Right. Oh my God.
No, he didn't
Everybody,
freeze.
yo,
Oh
Wow,
God,
thank you for that.
Pointing
I'm
and
weak.
laughing.
I'm weak.
everybody in the motor pool was clowning this dude, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God.
And then we chemical, right? So we hardcore, but we chemical. The artillery guys, the upfront
Oh.
the upfront infantry guys, the ones that be picking up the shells and be putting them in the thing. The division artillery, when they found out about Choo Choo, bro, when they found out about Peaches, bro, they oh my god, bro. When like in formation, when we come by, they called our whole platoon Oos. Like we walk in, like say
Oh God.
our platoon is just say we marching somewhere, right? The artillery guys, they'll be clapping. Oos, 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 oos. He like, oh my, you played us, bro.
See, y'all
D130
couldn't.
runners down the ooh.
Hey, see,
That's
y'all
what we
couldn't.
here.
You
We
couldn't do. You
stop the
couldn't have me
shit.
because I'll be calling cadence up in the morning with the rising sun. Gonna oos all day till the oosing's done.
I'm glad I ain't served with you, bro.
Hey,
Yo,
Hey, I was a cadence caller, dog. I call that cadence. Hey, skip cadence, skip cadence, skip cadence count. 1, get your oos clean. 2, get your oos.
bro,
Get your Vaseline. Get your booty wide. Oos come on side.
bro.
Make sure
I'm
you oost the
saying,
boots.
and think about this, man.
Oos,
And then
oos would be the new verb.
bro, and Sophie, think about this, bro. Right, the man saw nothing wrong with calling a strip club to holler at his lady.
Ah! First of all,
Bro,
the
No.
stripper is
she
his
not your
lady.
lady. She not your lady, fam. You talked a good game, right? And then she put it on you because you talked up a good game. But there's nothing left after that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nothing
ain't
left.
even that. Like, have some respect for yourself. You got her, and then just be like, I would have been like, yo, I don't give a fuck what
And
y'all
she ain't
think.
never messed with none of us, bro. And listen,
That's what I'm saying. He got the one that nobody messed with. He fucked it up. Excuse me, he messed
Hey,
it up.
my whole thing is y'all would clown me. I said, yeah, you had me over there oosing, but you sure was looking and listening. And you can, and you just mad because you just mad because she ain't making you oos tonight.
I'm surprised he ain't knocked out. Like, he ain't passed out and shit. Like, waking up the next morning, like, where she at? I don't know what happened.
bro,
Where my wallet?
BT, we was in for like a month later. By the time, because the NCOs, they lived off. You know what I'm saying? They live off post or whatever.
Yeah.
About 2 or 3 months into this thing, right? Our first sergeant and platoon sergeant calling us to the side, all of us talking to Choo Choo about this thing because he's still our brother. Like when we get ready to go to what, this is our brother, right? Mm-hmm. So they first sergeant look at him and be like, "Yo, you hit Peaches? Ain't nobody never Peaches ain't mess with no all these soldiers around here. She ain't hit nobody. She hit Choo Choo." Like even first, because think about it, the first sergeants, even though he way older than us, the first sergeant ain't nothing but like 35. You know what I'm saying? We like 21. So it seemed like he our granddaddy, but he's like 34, 35. So he know the same stuff.
Uncle.
Yeah, he know all the same stuff we know, right? And our platoon sergeant, he like 30, right? He looking at Choo Choo, like Choo Choo. Like, listen, this we talking as men, right? This is not formal, right? Like we respect them. Like we ain't ready to get out of pocket because they'll be quick to say, "Hey, I'm Sergeant such and such," right? But we sitting down, we mad informal, right? Like Choo Choo, man, damn, she whipped you like that, and he like, and Choo Choo still wouldn't have mentioned it. So when we get the formation, we get the formation. I think this is like a Monday. A Tuesday formation after a 4-day weekend. We get back. And he like, yo, I hope y'all didn't do nothing wrong. Right? This is what he's saying to us in formation before the formal formation and all that stuff. And he like, yo, don't be like Choo Choo. And Choo Choo snapped. What you mean? Why y'all keep playing with me? Y'all bugging out, man. I'm a transfer. I'm a move units and I'll never forget. I'll never forget this as long as I live. My platoon sergeant looked at everybody in the platoon and said, and this is what it sounds like when doves cry. Right?
Oh,
he played that man, bro. Oh my, that's where I get it from. That the first time I heard somebody do that is from him, right? He played that man, bro. And Choo Choo got so mad. And then the only thing I was like, Choo Choo, man, you may as well just laugh about it, bro. Because this ain't never going away. You know what I'm saying? You brought all that stuff on yourself. You the one that got whooped. He's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah. She fine,
but he
bro.
got her though. Why is he mad? He got her out of everybody. You should be
because
like, yeah,
we heard that man say oos for 30 minutes.
I don't care, yo.
And that man called the strip club. Talk about is his lady working? Yo, my lady working tonight. Yo, you calling a strip club? Why is your lady working?
That's crazy? Why she don't mess with nobody, because she knew something like that would happen.
No, she knew how powerful that thing is, man.
No, she just a clean girl, bro.
That thing is powerful. That thing, boy, I'm saying is that thing. She is power. It ain't like it's powerful.
Yeah,
that stuff there, and you know.
Yeah. Hey, I just got a question. When that door kicked in, did she pick up your boy Choo Choo and was throwing him on the bed like they walked over the broomstick and shit?
Nah. She had them, and so my man Giles, who was working CQ that night, right? He looked down the hallway and he said that she was dragging him down the hallway, kissing him all in the face, but he ain't thought nothing of it because that happened all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Soldiers coming in, man. Think about it. Soldiers coming into the barracks, man, with a woman kissing all. How many times you done seen that, bro? Yeah. That's every night. If it don't happen, you start to think, oh, wait a minute,
what's going on?
Yeah, yeah. She kicked it. Yo, she kicked in the door. Let me
ask you this, Freeze. Was it like Marlon Wayans and Don't Drink Your Juice in the Hood when she old girl having the back of that mail truck?
Go ahead, go be freaky. Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't even thought about that. Y'all wild, bro. Y'all wild for that.
She finally carried him into the room.
Bro, she had that man. Yeah, she had, bro. And then the thing is, like what BT was asking is what a lot of people were saying. It was like, yo, Peaches don't never mess with nobody. You ain't never heard in your life Peaches mess with anybody, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This dude, she ain't never messed with nobody. She was fine. She was a lady that worked drive-through at no lie, right? We going through
on the Post B Burger King.
Nah, you know how the joints to be right off post. You know, you leave out the post gate, and the restaurant be right there.
Yeah,
that's
like
what
2 miles.
That's what she worked. So no lie. A group of us in the car, and Choo Choo was in the car, as a matter of fact, when this happened.
Oh no!
but nothing happened between them. My man Faulkner was driving. I'm right behind Faulkner, right? I'm ready to say something, so I'm ready to holler. Like I'm just waiting for. Hey, Chuck, you still there? Okay, Chuck might have stepped away, right? But
I'm still here.
Chuck, you remember the dude that I said I was with me and 2 chicks was together, and the dude took out, he put in too short instead of putting in the slow jam tape.
Oh yeah,
he was driving. It's just a different thing, right? He was driving. He pulled up to the Jack in the Box thing, right? So Peaches is at the window, and she like, yo, can I help you? He's like, yeah. Let me get your number. And she was like, do you see my number on the menu? She played that dude right there in front of us, bro. Man, we hollered, bro. It was like, yeah. She was like, yeah. So what you want? You want something off the menu? They're like, yeah. Let me get your number. He's like, is my number? She's like, is my number on the menu? She played that dude so hard, bro. We was like, dang, bro. She played that, man. I laughed, bro. Oh my God, bro. It was crazy. But anyway.
Flawless victory.
Yeah. Yes. Right. what it is it was just something about this kid Choo Choo. And he ain't a kid because I guess he like 47, 48 now. But it was just something about him that the ladies liked. Right? He's like a Albie Shore looking, you know what I'm saying?
It's the blurred factor. That's what it is, the blurred factor, man.
It must be. Must be, bro. Must be, man. But yeah, man.
She did an ice cube on him so deep, put him to sleep.
Bro, the thing is, Chuck, I ain't gonna lie. The thing is I think Choo Choo was talking a good game. I actually think as the years went by, I actually thought Choo Choo was a virgin until then, and then that was his first time.
Oh,
that's you know how some dude like when dudes ain't never did it, they be talking a good game. Like, man, I hit. Oh, you know what? Like Trey from Boys in the Hood.
Mm-hmm.
You drive stick. Remember that lie he told to his pops?
To his pops while he cut his head.
Yeah. Can you drive stick? All that. We know that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? That might have been the thing with Choo Choo, bro. Like that might have been like his first time. Like he ain't never. You know what I'm saying? And then to be honest with you, if you 2021, it's not like you did it 100, 200 times. You know what I'm saying? You finding your way. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Trying to make your way all through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's probably his first love, though. Because he's surprised that she did that to him.
I know if Choo Choo ever see this, he gonna cuss me out on Facebook, bro.
He gonna find you now.
Well, tell him it's okay because clearly Jack Black had the same problem. That's why he wrote the song called Peaches.
Bro, how you up there telling people about me going oos?
Bro, so and I'm trying to do it in a girly voice. I just can't do it as girly as he did it.
Yeah, that's bad.
He sounded like Prince.
Bro,
you sound like Mike.
Yes.
Brought out the Porcello.
Yeah, that bird in your that imprint burnt in your head for years, bro.
So in other words, you saying that your boy had one hell of a falsetto.
But bro, exactly. Remember at the beginning of the story, I told you, bro, we thought it was her. And he was like, nah, man, Uncle Freezy, that was me. She had whooped him so bad that he admitted to it.
I would have been like, yeah, that was her. I had to make something and just let it.
Bro, oh my God. I just can't, bro.
Sound like
I bet he saw the whole ingredients of Lucky Charms.
You know what? I take that back. You're right. Some women and some men have that charm, man. I thought it was just men, but damn.
Right. I think some people just know how to. Some people just got that whip appeal.
The whip appeal. I was about to say he over there sound like Babyface.
Yes.
Got that snapback.
That's why I think some dudes can be deadbeat dads, bro, and get away with it because they just, know how to do the do.
Yeah, but that's crazy though, because if we're gonna, that's just crazy because it's like saying sex means more than the work that people put in, and you glorify something that's short-lived. You know what I'm saying? Like a good hour or two or whatever. But that's like the best 2 hours of your life, but you got so much more to look forward to. That says a lot about you.
But you got to think also too, BT, that certain people are addicted to certain things. But I hate to use the word with the implied part in it, but you know what I'm saying. Some people are addicts.
Hooked.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, hooked on that thing. Some people need that feeling every day. You know?
Yeah, I mean, when you young, if you young and that's your first time, you like, oh man, this is the shit. This is wonderful.
This is what they've been talking about.
That's what they've been talking about. Damn. Oh my God. And then you get out there, and then as a young fella, and then if it's breathing, you trying to knock that shit down. You out there slinging dick like crack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got a homeboy, bro. It's so funny. This is my last story. I ain't gonna tell no more stories tonight, bro. I just got one more.
Wow, keep going. This is funny.
Because Soulfinger said that I gotta So Sophie, we had a
You
dude
like
that
Dave Chappelle right now, bro. Keep it going.
he was a little bit older than us. He like 5 or 6 years older than us, right? And so when we were E1s, he was like an E4, right? A dude named Jenkins, Specialist Jenkins, right? And he used to talk to us about how many chicks he was knocking down. And we messed around, and I was like, I don't believe you, bro. I don't believe you, man. You ain't knocking down all these. So he was like, oh yeah. So we get in his Jeep and we ride. He take us to these 2 spots. And this lady that was at a fast food place, I can't remember which one it was, but he was knocking her down, right? She was like, yo, you enjoy the way I be knocking that down, right? And I'm like, oh, snap. He just said that to a grown woman. Now, mind you, I'm like 19, right? I'm like, oh, snap. He just said that to a woman. You enjoy the way I'm be knocking that down, right? She like, yeah, you coming over later? You're like, no, I'll be over tomorrow. She was like, oh, man. You going to stay when you come over? Right? And so he like, yeah, I'm gonna stay with you. Right? And then so I'm like, dang, that I'm impressed, right? So we go to the mall and you know the ladies that work in them center booths in the mall. You know, you walk in one way and then it's a booth right here. So he walked over to, and she was bad, bro. I mean, you know how when a woman be in such good shape, like her clothes just look like they be draped on her, like you could just see every curve. She could have had on jogging pants, and you could see all her curves, right? He walk over, he like, hey, I'm coming over tonight, and he like, but my sister gonna be there. He like, yeah, but I'm coming to see you. I got something to give you. And he look, and she like, I like when you give me stuff. This is like them talking back and forth in front of us, right? And I'm like, dang, this dude is crazy. This dude got all the. So I'm like, so I got a newfound respect for Jenkins, right? Because I thought he was lying, right? So we ended. So about a year later, right? We go through this whole year where I'm thinking Jenkins is the man, right? So about a year later, we in the club. And I'm getting my confidence up, right? I'm hollering at the lady. Like now I'm being selective. I'm only hollering at dimes or trying to at this point. And listen, when I say I'm hollering, I'm not saying I'm getting them. I'm saying I'm trying, right? So we in the club is me, Jenkins, and some of our other homeboys. Choo Choo was brand new. Choo Choo had just got there. He had just got out of AIT. He was brand new. And some other some other guys, right? I see a lady and I holler. She fine, bro. Fine. Everybody trying to holler. She ain't giving nobody no play. I go over there and try to pull the light skin trick. I'm like, yeah, I'm light skinned. You know what I'm saying? I'm full light skin. So I go over and I holler. And she like, nah, you ain't shit. I'm like, me, I ain't shit. How you gonna say I ain't shit? She like, you with him. And I'm like, I'm with him. That's my man. What they got to do with me? She like, if you with him, you ain't shit.
All dogs sleep together.
And I'm like, baby girl, listen. I'm with him, but I'm not of him. We 2 separate people. And quite frankly, I'm not even worried about him right now. What I'm trying to do is get to know and Soulfinger, don't judge me, bro, but this is the 80s. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get to know you on that platonic level. I'm trying to get to know who you are as a person. This was game back in the late 80s, by the way.
No.
This is A+ game back in the late 80s, bro.
It's watered down now. That's why. That's all it is.
Yeah. Back then, though.
It still works, bro. It still can come through in the clutch now in 2023.
Right. Yeah, and it worked. And it worked.
23 style.
So we get up. She grabbed my hand. We start walking to the floor, right? And Jenkins grabbed her hand like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I'm like, "Yo, this is awkward. B, what the fuck wrong with you?" You know what I'm saying? He looking at me like, "Yo," and he giving me the look like, "Yo, I'm hitting everything. I'm hitting everything." Look, like, and so she like, "Ew, get your hands off of me, 2 for 2." And I'm like, 2 for 2? 2 for 2? So we on the floor, we dancing. I'm looking back at my man, like, and so
You tell them 2 minutes,
and
2 pumps.
so we go back to the
2 inches,
bricks.
2 seconds.
We go back to the bricks, right? Nothing happens, right? We do a little touching and stuff. Nothing comes out of that, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, eventually we would become something, but in that moment, nothing happened, right? So she in the what basically what happened is I let her sleep on the bed and I took the green blanket and put it on the floor and I slept on the floor beside the bed, right?
Respectfully,
So
I got you.
so we get up the next morning, right? We talking and stuff. She ready to go, and whatever. So we walk and we outside. She going to her car. All my homeboys coming, and they mad immature, bro. Now mind you, all of us are like 20. So we 20 in the military is like being 12 in real life.
You hit
Right.
that?
Right.
Nah, it ain't 12, Freezer.
Right.
It's like 10.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
10.
So all my
10,
homeboys
10 on the good one, 8 at the 8, really.
yeah, but no older than 10, right?
Mhm.
So we standing at her car and I'm like holding her hand and all this stuff. And they surround the car. And they like, yo, you hit that. We heard she was messing with Jenkins. And she was like, ew. My girl, no, I ain't never messed with him. My girl said he 2 for 2. And I'm like, 2 for 2? Why you keep saying that? She was like, yeah, my girl said he 2 inches for 2 minutes.
Oh,
bro, when I tell you it had got hot and I got dizzy and I had to sit down on the curb and then we out there laughing, yo, we laughed for like 10 minutes and then guess who walks out the bay room door?
2 for 2.
Jenkins walked over. He like, hey, what's going on? What y'all laughing at? And she was like, hey, 2 for 2. And Jenkins like, and Jenkins like, didn't I tell you to stop calling me that? He was mad. He wanted to fight her, bro. Bro, my man, yo, we had to hold Jenkins back, bro. We had to hold him back. He wanted to fight her. You know what I'm saying? So I got her in the car, man. She leave, bro. But if you think we clown Choo Choo, bro,
2 for 2.
Yo, I'm like, I'm going to McDonald's. Anybody want a 2 for 2?
Oh, we clown that dude. By the time he PCS, bro, he went to Korea.
He had to leave the country.
By the time he left for Korea, that dude did not like us, bro.
Yeah, we had a cat like that on the boat, man. We had a cat like that on the boat. See, the thing is, in the military, man, the cats get a hold of some stuff, bro. They run with it. It's different from being out when you around, you fellas here. But in the military, you can't get away when y'all stationed together, bro. You can't get away. And so you on the army.
When y'all have them 72-hour lockdowns, you be having them 72-hour lockdowns. Dudes be bringing their chicks in and shit like that, and then you just sitting there like, damn, I'm on duty. And then you hear, yo, one time I'm gonna tell you, I was on duty. The most beautiful girl that I didn't even know she lived in the state. She showed up at one of my boys' rooms. I do not lie, yo. Literally 2 minutes later, she come out and she's sitting because I'm doing fire watch. You sergeant of the guard or whatever. She come out, she sit down, and she look at me. She said, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm on watch." She said, "When you get off?" I was like, "What you mean when I get off?" This dude didn't get me off, so I'm gonna go ahead and find somebody else.
Wow.
I was like, "What?"
Wow.
I was like, "But yo, you went to his room. I ain't messing with you like that." She's like, "Fine, just call me a cab then."
Wow.
Yo, I've heard stories like that, but that Choo Choo and
man,
bro,
look,
yo, that is priceless.
Yo, Jenkins right now is 60. He's 60, bro. He's 60, right?
2 for 2.
So, but he's 60, and today we still calling him 2 for 2.
Getting ready to fight still. Well, it's just like a cat. I told you about hot dog, Ray Freeze.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, I mean, all right. So me being the only sailor, only Navy cat up on the panel. We were in the boat pulled into Phuket, Thailand, or some people call it Phuket,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And we sitting in there, everybody drinking and stuff, and you power drink. I didn't really, I watched what I was doing because I didn't drink in Thailand. That's one spot I didn't get real loose in because I always wanted my, have my wits because, them Benny boys
Now
were
that
out there.
Gucci.
And them Benny boys out there. I mean, but I could, you
But let
knew what bar they were in because they were at this one bar. So you had the strip called Hooker Alley.
Okay.
So you go down the bars and stuff, and it's nothing but a bunch of bars. You walk down this street number bars and all like that. Well, I rode. It was me and some other. We rode up on some other cats that were on the boat, and this cat he worked in supply, and on the boat, and our supply guys also cut hair, right? So, you talking about where he from and all like that. I'm from the Shy. I'm from the Shy. This is how we get down and blah blah. He talking big, bro. He talking big. Cats getting faded out there, man. You getting slizzard because you can get at the time you can go and get 4 shots for $1.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. So cats getting, they getting obliterated, right? And so, he lit. He lit. We like, yo, man, you need to chill, bro. You getting a little out of pocket. Oh no, I got this and blah blah blah. I can hold my. I'm like, all right, bro. But when they played Tila at the bar, this fool got up on the stage, got up on this little, because the little bar had like a pole.
Okay.
Man, he had this little dance. He started doing like this dance. He kind of looked like a cross. You know how a rooster does a strut.
Yeah.
But he looked like a rooster doing a strut. And how chihuahuas look like they cold and they shivering.
Yeah.
So he was doing that at the same time. I was like, yo, man, you good? And he get up, he jumps over the bar and gets up on the pole and starts spinning around.
Right.
We're like, yo, man. And she was like, no, you get your friend now. Get him off pole. We're like, yo, man, you got to chill, bro. He said, no, I'm good.
Right.
So, I don't know, another song came on he liked. The next thing you know, he started doing this little dance. He jumped across the bar, got up on the pole. This time, his shirt coming up, but his pants coming. He dropped his pants, man.
Oh wow.
Not to the drawers, but down there. He's showing everything. Man, cats took cameras out, and they start taking pictures of him, right? And he's like, oh, you got to get him out of here. I was like, yo, dog, what you doing?
Oh my God.
So my boy, man,
like
so he, oh man, so everybody was laughing about it and shit, and they talking about, oh man, you see popcorn shrimp all over the place. Oh, popcorn shrimp.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So
I guess that's how they do in the shot for real. Jeez.
yeah.
Man.
Man, he was like, yo, man, you got popcorn shrimp up in here, man. We ain't trying to get no seafood, man. We out there having a good time. So
oh my God, bro.
We pull up out of port, we out to sea. And I think we were heading down to, at the time, I think we're on our way to Australia. So we're on our way to Australia. But, everybody was clowning, and they printed, my man got the pictures developed, and he was like, yo, check this out. We was like, oh man, you took pictures of this shit? He's like, yeah, man. He said, man, I'm about to put them up on the, I'm about to make copies, and I'm going to put it all over the ship. We're like, no, man, no, don't do that, man. He said, well, at least blacken his face out. You see, all right. So, right across the galley, you call y'all on the ship, we got the galley where everybody go eat, right? They put on have you seen this man? Hot dog.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow, bro.
They called me hot dog. So it had it all over. It had it on the because we had this bulletin board, you had to plan it, you had to plan it a day and all kinds of the news stuff, information on the boat. Man, they put pictures of him all over, and he put pictures all in there, man. He comes running in on the mess deck. Who did this?
Wow, bro.
And my man was there. Everybody said, hot dog. Oh, hot dog has entered the stage. Hot dog. Put
Oh
on
my
Doodoo
god.
Brown. Doodoo Brown. Hot
Wow.
dog.
That is
Oh,
so
Oh,
crazy.
you
oh,
know
it
what's
was, man, it was so.
I
I
love
just
it. I love it.
I was gonna say, you know what's crazy? Y'all made me remember of a story that I had. I actually did do this to this one chick. I didn't even know till I started hearing you guys. Maybe I do have it. I just don't use it enough. So I'm at the store. You know, I'm getting me a new phone. This is when Sprint was merging with Nextel. Long story short, I hollered at a chick. She said, "You gonna be at the club?" I said, "Yeah, I'll be at the club." Her name was Letitia. Let's just say. So I met her and I started chilling with her, started talking to her, and I got mad cozy with her. My boy comes over and goes, "Yo, you talking to Letitia?" I said, "Yeah." All of a sudden, he's like, "Man, I've been trying to talk to her, man, bump you." So I said, "All right, cool." So I looked at him and then I looked at her when they were both there. And I said to them, I was like, "Yo, do you mind if I talk to her?" He's like, "Yeah, man, go ahead. I get anybody else. I get somebody else." So we started hooking up and then I had to go deploy. I did mad good stuff for her. And then I went out to deployment, and I think like 4 months into my deployment, I had to stay out there a little bit longer. So she all of a sudden comes to me and goes, she's looking for me. This is when Facebook first started, and I had blocked her or whatever because I didn't even know you could do that. Her friend sent me a message, and then I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm just gonna accept the friend request because I only had all people I went to school with.
Right, right.
She hit me up, and then her friend sent me a message. "We got you." I was like, "What the fuck?" Yo, she called me on a Saturday because I was doing my job in the field. She
Right,
called me from a satellite phone. I don't even know how she got the government number. She
right.
found me from Facebook and then went and called me and was like, "How you not gonna call me back?" I'm like, "What the? You know I'm on deployment, right?" She's
Right.
like, "Yeah, I don't care. You don't disrespect me like that." I was like, "Whoa, I didn't even know. What are you talking about? I see all the people
Wow.
you talk to in Facebook, blah, 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 blah." I was like, "You know I'm getting shot at right now, and you arguing with me."
Right.
Yo, she's like, "I don't give a fuck. Wait, if they don't bring you back in a body bag, I'm looking for you because I'm going to be the one to get you." I was like, "Okay." So I left it alone. I think about a year later, right before I was about to leave, like finish up my service. She at the same PX. I think she took time off or whatever. She come looking for me. She goes, "So before you leave, are you gonna come stop by the house?" I was like,
Uh,
I was
Nope.
is
like,
it safe?
I was like, the same address. She's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, my car can't make it there."
Right.
Oh man, you ain't never
Yeah,
met no Martin Luther King.
yo, I couldn't go. She told me not to go, man. I don't think I would have been back after. Yo, she found me on Facebook, had a friend request me, and then I don't know. Ever since I accepted that request, she called me for like a whole week on a satellite phone. I'm like, how do you get this government access? You worse than my mom. Like,
Right.
I
Right.
never thought of that. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, but then I see what you're saying. People just crazy with that moment where I don't know what
Bro.
it is that time just I think it's a connection. I think it's a unwritten connection that some people where like you said they're addicted. They go to a certain area and they never been there before and they don't know how to act. So what they do is they try to keep everything private and try to keep everything to themselves, knowing that you're a wrong person, but at some point they know if they wait long enough, you're gonna come back. And that to me that's just crazy.
I think that's
Because
what Choo Choo was thinking. I think that's what
no,
Choo
because
Choo was
it's
thinking.
Choo Choo was like, I sure love mac and cheese. Ooh,
choo choo
ooh,
choo choo.
Yeah,
I
man.
sure
Come
love
on,
mac and
ride that
cheese.
train.
Ooh.
Yo, it's crazy. But hey, fellas, I got to get out of here, man.
All right, man.
I'm gonna
Thank
get
you
it.
for
Yeah,
having
I
us.
didn't mean to hold y'all for like 2 hours. Man, it's been like 2.5. Man,
Yo,
yeah, man.
choo choo and
We good.
two for two. That's priceless, man.
Bro,
I'm telling you, hey,
the lady disliked him so much that she was like, "Ew, get out of my face, 2 for 2. I told you I don't like you." You know what
that's bad,
I'm
bro.
saying?
Yeah, like I said, that and it's bad because a female was saying that. The only thing we had to deal with, like I said, we was on deployment on that ship, so you locked in and cats around the boat. Hey man, I'm gonna get. Hey, you wanna go see hot dog? Man, I don't know if you want hot dog to cut you up, dog. He he gonna give you that. He gonna give you a crooked line.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I don't know how I got there with that, man. Telling them stories about my guys, bro. But the thing is, it ultimately is you know, the stuff is so basically the reason why I share that stuff is to let people know that's watching that, man, we real people, bro. Like we real people, and everything in our lives have not been Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? It's not been Hollywood. There has been some stuff, some calamity, and a lot of it has been funny. A lot of it has not, but some of it that's funny, bro. I share it, bro. I don't like putting people's names to it because they're my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like my homeboys and stuff, and they be telling stories about me too. You know what I'm saying? They be telling stories about me too, bro. But you know, it's one of them things, man. I'll share it with y'all, man. I just think this should just be hilarious, bro. And we all here for a good time,
man, for real.
Great content, man. Thanks.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. We're gonna get out of here. Good night, everybody.
Good morning and good night.
All right, see you.
Y'all.
Peace.
Yeah, man.